Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 100th episode of Around the Reel. We've had quite a journey on this show, and it's been a wonderful ride and also a privilege to get to speak with so many creative people out there, from actors and filmmakers, musicians, posers, painters, singers. You name it, we've talked to them. And there's a commonality we all have. And that's just that thinking outside the box mentality. Following your passion, following your dream, and having the balls to keep going. And try to make something different happen in your life. And that's what we've been trying to do. And we know that a lot of you out there are doing it as well. Now, today's episode, we had the pleasure to have so many wonderful people join us. And also a special guest, Sone Tuvale. He's a local actor here in Tacoma, and he's just a badass dude as well. We had a blast talking with everybody, and it was emotional at times. Because, well, you just start seeing the kind of support that you get when you keep putting yourself out there. So, please sit back and enjoy this wonderful episode with us. Celebrate creativity. And again, welcome to Around the Reel.
Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hanna. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be able to stay. I have another commitment to go to, but I just wanted to, say hi.
Oh, buddy. Oh, I appreciate that, Carmine.
Thanks, Carmine.
Dude, yeah, we've been trying very, very hard to keep up with everything we're doing, and it's a lot of fun stuff. We're doing all right.
Projects coming galore. You're very active. Your whole Samantha, even Charles is active. That's very
Do my damn
He be
best.
working his ass off. You do. You really do.
Yeah.
Chuck, you do. No, it's great. Well, Carmine, I appreciate you popping in, man. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for episode 100, Carmine. And everybody go back and check out Carmine's episode. You're a bad dude. And I'm still brown, Carmine, by the way.
Yeah, and nobody throws Aaron under the bus quite as Carmine does.
Yeah, Carmine
on that
doesn't mess
episode.
around.
That was quite a few speed bumps that Aaron Carlson's body laid under there.
He sure did.
I remember the bus.
I remember when you backed it up too. That was awesome. He did.
He sure did.
And that's why Carmine wears a black hat, because he's a bad dude.
He is a bad dude. Dude, Carmine, you're a bad motherfucker. You know it. You do. You definitely are. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being there with us for today. I appreciate it. All right, man. That was Carmine. Carmine's got to take off.
Hi
Yeah.
to Samantha.
There, you get to see him for a minute before he leaves. All right.
Now she's got to get all geared up.
She's getting her gear on. Yeah. She had to get all pretty for the show, so.
Yeah, stop. She's always pretty.
I know, that's right. And we got Jay Horton showing up.
Oh,
Yeah, and Randy's on too. So everybody's kind of muted right now, Sam.
Coach Rick.
Yeah, Coach Rick is here with us too.
Yay.
We got a group.
We got Randy in the aquarium with some things to share.
Oh,
That's right. And Mr. Horton just showed up. Hey, Jay, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, dude, we're
Good.
doing awesome. We're just getting rolling here. 100th episode Around the Reel, Jay. How about that?
Yeah, that's great, man.
Isn't that fucking
really
crazy?
Cool.
I know. So what we're doing right now, Jay, is gathering everybody in the lobby. We've got a lot of previous guests with us right now. And
Yeah, it looks like it.
yeah, and what we're going to do is kind of keep it rolling. I know that Randy Williams that you see up there actually helped us with our documentary for the Giant Pacific Octopus, and he's at the Mass Center right now
Just
looking at octopus.
and we're looking in his ear because
Yes.
I don't think he can
We
hear
are
the
looking
phone.
in his ear.
That's right.
Hi, Randy.
And anyway, I'm going to have everybody kind of muted, Jay, for a while, but once we get through the segment here and introduce our guest today, then we're going to start having everybody pop in and say a few things. So, all right, buddy?
Yeah, no problem.
I
I'll be
appreciate it.
listening.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Jay. All right. Well, everybody, I guess we could say welcome to Around the Reel.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
100th episode,
Yeah.
everybody. How about that?
Yeah.
That's some fucking badass shit.
You know what? It is.
It is.
It actually is. It's a milestone.
monumental.
It is
Monumental.
monumental. It really is. I mean, that's crazy. Well, before we start the show, I got to say one thing, though. I just want everybody to know that I've been at every episode. 100 episodes. I didn't miss
Not one.
fucking show. I
That's
didn't have
dedication, man.
any. You know what I mean?
That
No
is dedication.
sicknesses, nothing.
That's
like
hardcore.
that. Dude, I went.
COVID can't stop you.
No, nothing.
F
Can, dude.
COVID.
Nothing. Can.
Oh, come on.
That's what I ended up doing. So how about that? Come on. Do you hear the applause right now?
Nope.
From our
Congratulations, asshole.
Mainly because when Aaron was sick, we weren't allowed to record.
Emoji.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh yeah, that is true. Great point, Chuck. I see, and that's why I need you here because you make great points. So, Aaron, we don't even do the show when you're sick.
I know, but I'm not. Well, would you guys? If I
Wait.
did?
We've already had this conversation. Yes, we
You
do.
think you could carry the show
Of
without
course
me?
we could carry
fair
the
enough.
show
That's
without
fine.
you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It would be like a Hallmark episode of fucking Around the Reel, which
Be a very special episode.
It would be
Very
a very
special
special
indeed.
Very warming the cockles type.
Like short bus kind of special, or what kind of special?
I mean, yeah, you could say short bus special, yeah.
That's
well,
right.
Chuck.
I heard shirtless, which we already saw in my last promo. So
Oh, we don't need shirtless.
Yeah, we don't
no.
need that was
no.
brutal. All right. So why don't we get started? Our guest today is Sone Tuvale. Sone,
Oh, Sone.
how you doing, brother?
Sane.
Good.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys having me on the 100th episode.
Yeah, you wanted the 100th
You requested
episode.
that.
I know.
Back
I-
like a year ago.
back at like 62. He
Yeah,
was like, "Can I
I-
get the 100th episode?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?"
That's right.
I mean, I was kind of just kidding, but Sam just
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were the
okay.
first
Oh, I
one.
was on it,
You were
yeah.
the first one to
Oh,
ask, and you
okay.
get it. We don't fuck around.
and it wasn't even that long. Didn't even feel that long ago either.
No, it wasn't.
No.
I beat you to the punch, though, Sunday. I got the 200.
Yeah, he
Just
did.
don't
Oh,
like that, or what?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Okay, can I get a bid for the 1,000th episode, please? Bids are starting now, starting at $300 a piece.
$1.
Please, going.
It'll probably be your
buy that for
537th episode because I'd probably be here for 1,000. I'm just saying because
Wow, Aaron.
dude, I'm like a gladiator. I'm like Russell Crowe. I don't fuck around. I'm there.
See, look at Coach Rick's face.
I know, but
That's how I feel.
That is how I feel too.
If you guys,
I
don't like to
Aaron,
brag though.
Aaron, I have had my Monday class
Oh yeah.
every Monday night. It'll be 6 years this May. I had my first sick day right after Christmas.
Oh
my
shit.
gosh.
Every Monday for over 5 years. Okay, holidays, maybe we didn't have it.
Sure.
And I took 3 weeks off because I was asked to step into a play. But you commit, you show up. That's it.
This is why
You know what? It keeps you healthy.
You goddamn right
That's
it
the
does.
job.
Yeah,
I can't get sick. I can't afford to get sick.
dude, Coach
For those
Rick.
G.I. Joes.
If you guys don't remember Rick, he was on. Oh, God, I can't remember. What
He
episode it
made
was.
me cry.
Oh, he made
like,
Samantha.
Who has
legit
Okay,
crying.
hold on. I did not make you.
Wait, you did
That
though.
makes me sound like I
No.
look, and so that's
Not like
just.
that.
You jerk.
Okay. Just to clarify, I'm super sentimental person and a very sensitive person, and I cry a lot, so it's not uncommon.
Well, yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Rick does a lot of good things for actors and a lot of good
Yeah.
things for people in general.
He just makes you feel good.
Yeah, your philosophy and the way you look at things is generally the way. Well, I'd like to try to say I model myself. I just talk too much shit. So, but that's how I feel.
Stop yourself.
I feel like he
Talking
does.
shit's important. We
is.
can't lose that. We're
No.
too sensitive these days, and enough with the being offended. Get it the fuck over it.
Right?
That's
Thank
right.
You very
Exactly.
Much. I agree.
I
Grow
agree.
some balls.
Grow a pair of balls.
Oh, please, we don't need these things to be any longer.
Yeah, not yours, Chuck. You need to shrink those up. Tie
That's
'em
different.
Yeah, you need to stop growing
Old
yours.
age is different.
up. That is right. That is right.
Randy, do you have an octopus?
I'm asking him.
see.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get Randy in here real quick. So Randy, if you can
Yeah,
be
I
with
got to
us
go back
too
to the
long.
project here. Hello and congratulations on your 100th.
Thank you, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
I'm not talking birthday, right? It's not your birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I only look
Carl
like I'm
right
that
here.
old.
if I look, yeah.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah,
Wow.
that's Carl, and she has gained. She's probably quadrupled in size since we got her in September. So they
Cool.
follow that adage: whatever they eat, about 80% of what they eat goes to body mass.
Wow.
So they're a fat little bugger.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's
awesome.
very cool. How long did you say that you've had?
We got this particular one in September, and she is not even a year. I'm going to say a year and a half old at best.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Which
So
is,
she gets
but
fed
that's
pretty
kind of old
regularly.
for an octopus since they only live like 3 to 4 years.
well, 4.5 to 5 on a
3 to
GPO.
5 years.
See,
Yeah,
Randy's
unless they're breeding, unless they breed. Yeah, she's a female. So she'll be released probably in June,
okay.
and she'll be quite a bit bigger. So we'll do a live video release. We're hoping to get some new equipment. We're kind of hurting for a gear down here at the Mass Center right now.
Hurting for some gear?
Yeah, we need our 2 main 50-inch TV monitors. Since we got hammered by a couple of waves, we lost our monitors, and we desperately need a new underwater camera system, HD, surface powered. I can only do so much with the underwater stuff I got. So
Yeah.
we're looking for about 10 grand worth of gear. We're hunting down right now. Oh, she's moving. There we go.
Oh my God.
There she is.
Look
Now
at
she's starting to wake
her.
up. Yeah.
Oh, look at her. This is amazing.
So
Is that coming
everybody,
in okay?
yeah,
Yeah,
we totally see it.
Totally see her, yeah.
So
Crawling down the glass.
Yeah.
This is good because usually she's up in that corner right there.
Oh, wow.
So having her here out
She
in the
came out
open
to
is
say
kind of a
hi.
plus. Yeah, that's Coral. I didn't come up with the name. It was a contest. Somehow the name Coral won the contest.
I like Coral.
Beats the hell out of me. Why?
Because
Anyway,
people
the
think
other,
kids are
the
cute.
other happy news I thought I'd tell you is we now have 3 pretty decent sized GPOs out in front of our Mass Center Pier right here at Redondo.
Oh, really?
No shit.
Which is the most we've seen around here in a long, long time.
wow.
Wow. Super cool.
That's
Well,
awesome.
And they're
dude.
under 2 boats. We've got a couple old boats full of rock that are used for reefs, for
Okay.
artificial reefs, and they're way back underneath there. There's 1 boat deep for water. If I can get the light back in there, stuff the camera in there, I can get some pictures of it. That one's big. And then the other one is under another project that's up to the north here a little bit. But they have 3 GPOs, Giant Pacific Octopus,
Nice.
right here. That's cool. We
That
haven't
is
had
cool.
that happen in a long time.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's absolutely
Well,
amazing.
thank you for sharing with us, Randy. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, now she crawled back up. I guess she's stretched.
Very cool.
I understand. Go back to sleep. Back, take her nap. And she reminds us, I am a nocturnal animal. Turn out the lights, you idiot.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Get out of here.
Get your pictures
What
and
the
get
hell,
out.
man? Come on. Cut down the lights. I'll
Super
shut her down.
cool.
No, I had a scientist from California who's been doing some collecting. So I had to come down and open the doors and let him in do a project.
Well, thank
So,
you for
anyway, I'll
bringing
let
us
you
on
guys
and sharing.
We
I'm
appreciate
done,
you.
so get out of here.
Yeah, man. No, thank you for showing up, and
Yeah.
thank you for helping us with
Thanks,
our new
Randy.
film, which will be out here soon, buddy.
Yep.
You did great.
Get
I can't wait
closer.
to share
I
it
know.
with
You
you.
got the music. You got the
So
music
close.
done. You got the soundtrack working on it.
Yep,
Yep.
it's almost there, brother. It's almost
so
there.
close.
Dude, I made you look like a badass too. You just wait till you see her walk. You're no joke.
He-
All right, guys.
Bye,
All right, Randy.
Randy.
Congratulations again on the big 100.
Thank
and I'll
you.
catch
Thank
up
you,
with
Randy.
soon.
See you
Appreciate
later,
you, brother.
Randy.
Thank you, man. That's Randy Williams.
Well,
everybody.
and that was kind of a special treat for me to see that octopus. That's so cool.
Well, yeah. Well, that's our new film, Sam.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. And Randy was a big part in that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he kicked ass. He works at so many different things, Mass Center, and where else does he go? He does some other things. I can't remember. He does so much. Anyway,
Right.
Randy's badass.
You know, this isn't supposed to be like, this is supposed to be a quiz. 100th episode's not supposed to be like.
I can't
what is-
remember.
what's everything
If
that
you
Randy
haven't no-
does.
If you haven't noticed, motherfucker, I got a lot of shit.
Randy
going.
does
I'm
a
looking
lot.
at the screen and there's
All right.
like all my favorite people
Yes,
here.
and we
I'm so
like-
excited.
And nobody you walked out on.
Leslie.
No, stop it with yourself
There's
right now.
Charles.
You need to stop. You have been cooped up in your house too long. Go,
Leslie, can you hear us okay?
There he goes.
I can hear you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, honey, thank you for showing up.
She got so excited she went quiet.
I can't stay for the whole thing because I'm on my way to my son's baseball game.
It's okay, babe.
And-
Thanks for
Understand.
popping in.
Absolutely. I want to support you guys
Thank
in
you.
any way, shape, or form that I can. You guys really are the premier podcast for Pacific Northwest filmmakers and other artists as well. You guys really encompass a lot of talent that you guys try to showcase. And it's really freaking awesome what you guys do and the effort and the work that you guys put in to try to help us spread the word about, our little projects and all the work that we
Yeah.
put in. And without you guys lifting us up, we really don't have much of a platform in the Pacific Northwest area. And I'm so grateful that we got to meet you guys. I'm so grateful that, we kind of feel like a little part of your family now.
You are
And,
a part of the family.
with any future project that I have or any future project that I know of that any filmmaker, reaches out to me, I'm obviously sending everyone your way. And I encourage everyone to buy these guys a cup of coffee.
That's right. Be like Jay Horton. Buy us a cup of coffee. Thanks, Jay. And by the way, the episode with Michelle and Leslie and Sam, watching Leslie and Sam, whoever cries, you drink every time one of them cries. You are shit-faced within a half hour of the show.
Wait, what?
It's a drinking game.
If we drink,
No, our viewers.
Oh, our episode is a drinking game?
Yes.
Leslie.
Leslie and Sam.
Can you believe
crying.
what they're turning our episode into?
People be drinking.
I think Sam is like a kindred spirit for me. I mean, I think that next time I'm in Seattle, I'm definitely going to look up Sam because I think that she and I would probably have a lot of historical things in common in our past. So.
Yeah. I'll be your spirit animal.
Yeah, and I'll make sure to bring I'll bring a fifth of something.
Wait, what? You're not invited. What?
Dude, if you already drink too much because you always make her cry.
Oh,
thank you. That's it. That is a good point. Leslie, thank you so much for joining us, even for just a minute. We love you.
Thank you, Leslie.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
You guys are doing the work, and you guys are really helping so many people, which is what we all should be doing, right?
That's what we should do.
We got help. That's why we're helping.
And helping each other in any way, shape, or form that we can. If that just means if all you can do is just share a campaign to help somebody, it's all about sharing that campaign because it might, someone I know that doesn't know you might see your campaign and get really behind it,
Right.
Yeah. And that's the thing about us filmmakers that are all trying to do something is we may not be able to afford to pitch into your campaign, but gosh, we can share it.
You can at least share.
We can share it. I mean, that doesn't take a dime.
Just ask Jay Horton.
Comment, and share.
Yeah. I'm sure Aaron will take all the credit because as soon as Aaron posted Jay's Craving
he just
fundraiser.
My campaign blew up.
Oh my God.
You're welcome,
give
Jay.
that to Aaron. But anyway.
And that's what it's all about. Just imagine if we all pitched $1 into each other's projects at different times. We would all be able to create art that we all love, and that's what it's all about. That is the art, right?
It is. It really
is.
Leslie,
could you imagine if we didn't have art to take us out of the worlds that we live in, especially over the past couple of years, if we were not able to escape, whether your art be horror or whether you want to tell a good love story or whether you're really good at doing comedy, which is an incredible art to do. I mean,
music.
That's why we're all here.
Yeah.
It's exactly right.
You are so right.
It's exactly right. And again, I've said this on the show many times. If I'm not doing something creative, I'm a fucking dick. I just can't. I am not a happy person. I don't feel right.
He's not kidding.
I just don't. And it doesn't matter what it is. Even if we do the show, that's what's helped weekly for us. It's still something that's spontaneous and creative and fun, and you just feel this energy from it. And that kind of thing helps. Whatever it is that someone's doing for themselves, to feel that kind of thing is the right thing. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we get to hear everyone's stories and all of their journeys, and that's what keeps us going.
Yeah. Yeah, always.
Insight into people too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you guys are people. It's not like you.
Everyone
it's
is.
not like you guys don't take a dump or something. You guys are just like people. We're all people.
Yeah. I felt like my interview was kind of like a therapy session a little bit.
Right?
A lot.
It is. Yeah, it happens. It really does.
Yeah. For all of us.
All of us.
Yeah, Coach Rick, we can resonate with that.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some wonderful times with everybody on this show, and it's been, I don't know, it's just been an amazing year and a half. I mean, are we at a year and a half yet?
We are.
July 4th was our
at
first episode.
So July will be 2
years. Okay. Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And
growing and growing and growing, and just think of all the people that you have helped in that amount of time.
I like to think of all the people I've touched over this time frame.
Oh God, and that's why your name is Creepy.
Creepy Chuck.
Yeah, exactly, Carlos.
That's gotta feel good. I mean, for me, there's no better feeling in the world than when you get to help somebody, right?
Yeah,
right.
It's true. It's
when you genuinely get to help somebody, that feels good inside.
Yeah, it
The
really
more
does.
you give, the more you shall receive.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, guys.
Yeah.
Not even wanting to receive anything. Sometimes it just feels good to recharge your batteries.
You don't need nothing.
Do something for someone and not really get anything out of it. But
you are getting something out of it, though. That's the thing. You are getting so much out of it.
Helping somebody is the most selfish thing you can do because of the joy it brings you.
Yeah.
Okay, Chuck. I'll actually buy that one from you.
Yeah, that was a good one. But no, it's crazy.
So be as selfish as you can and help as many people as you can.
Well, if we're able to help you guys out in any way and spread what you guys are doing and who you are, then it's reciprocal.
Well,
I mean, it comes right back to us.
We're lucky enough to have someone who's helped us a million. Like we always turn to him, like he is our dude.
Yeah, but we've learned something from everybody.
Well,
That's what's so fucking
from everybody,
cool about this,
I've got one thing real quick.
Please do, Carlos. Please.
Yeah. So you know what I do just to throw off Facebook? What I do is I just go through and like everything. As long as it's not sponsored or advertising.
Okay.
I just like everything.
That's very nice of you.
Just to get.
That's doing if you like Carlos, that's doing the most.
Really like.
That's more than Sam does. Sam
I
doesn't
don't
even like
get
our own
on
stuff.
Facebook.
I'm like, Sam, can you like our post? We only had like a couple people.
I know. I'll get on there and like 100 of them.
Maybe the algorithm pick up and then she spams me with likes.
Yeah, 100 notifications. Wow,
gets
what
mad
blew
at
up?
me?
Oh, Sam.
I love it.
You never like anything.
You hate Facebook, dude. You can't stand it.
I don't like
What's
it
that?
at all.
He wants that dislike button.
Facebook makes me feel very sad. I don't like Facebook. It is very depressing for me.
I hear you.
Even though most of the people are tuning into this through our Facebook Live.
Yeah.
What's
I
this
love
notification?
everybody, but I don't like Facebook.
All right.
Or Messenger. That's my ultimate
He just
hate.
lost $29 billion. So
that's right.
Well, whatever.
So
Good
we've got.
Do you do like Instagram or anything like that, or you just is
No,
it
I'm
like a
just
social
I don't
media
do
thing?
social media.
I know.
like at
I
all.
yeah. No
So
judgment.
bad.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
If it wasn't such a tool for what we need to use, then none of us would be on it for the most part.
She freaking hates it.
I just don't like being out there, and that's what. Same reason I don't like to be in front of the camera. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, imagine if someday we were to look back. Well, now it's called Metaverse, but say someday we look at this 100th episode, right, which premiered on Facebook, and we're like, Facebook, it's like MySpace.
Remember MySpace?
Dude, I loved MySpace.
Carlos, we can only hope.
You know what I mean?
Hey, my Farmville's still kicking ass.
Dude,
wow.
Do you remember how badass MySpace was the shit though back in the day? Sam, remember?
Oh well, if
she
it
doesn't.
wasn't for MySpace, we wouldn't be here
I
right
know.
now.
You know how
16
Sam?
years
Yeah,
later.
because Sam went to my MySpace after I met her. She saw how badass my music was on my profile. Coach Rick, you'd love this because it was some no joke music. You know what I mean? And she was just like, "Oh, dude, he's fucking
He was
cool."
like this, all naked, like
I
no
was
shirt
not
on.
naked, dude. I was not naked on MySpace.
I was just dying.
What the fuck,
Practically,
Sonny? Sonny, do you believe this, dude? I was not naked.
I couldn't see any
I mean,
clothes. I couldn't see any clothes. And
Delusions
he
of
kind of had a
grandeur,
mullet
is that
a
what's
little
happening
bit.
Dude, I look badass.
Well, it was 35 degrees, and you're sitting outside this morning topless. So
Well, because I like my nipples hard, so who cares? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Who else we got in here?
Why I clicked on that was we could all just.
the problem is you clicked on it. She got all the warning signs. You clicked on his MySpace. You thought he was naked. You go to his bedroom the first night you guys are dating, and he's a camera set up in the corner of his room, and you still
And
stay the
here
night.
I still am.
Yeah.
Imagine.
How do you know all this, Chuck?
Because we've been friends for 30 fucking years.
He's been in there too. Yeah.
I'm shaking my ass in front of it.
Who do you think was running the camera?
It was a webcam.
Oh, that's
Gotta
terrible.
believe in magic.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm out there on YouTube dancing in my fucking underwear in his bedroom in
Yes,
front of
you
that
are.
fucking camera.
Yeah.
Well, then he was in your bedroom in your cowboy boots eating chips
And
on
humping
your
my
bed.
pillow.
Yeah, in my underwear, humping your pillow. That was one of our movies.
Okay,
we
you
did.
guys.
We had
Yeah,
great
that's
time.
what these guys do.
Yeah, we were making movies.
That's what friends are for.
We just had to start somewhere, guys. I don't know.
Hey, but I love that picture you posted, Chuck. Was that 30 years ago?
Oh my God.
You guys
30
were pretty
years.
badass with the shades and everything.
You know what I mean?
That was my first wedding.
Yeah.
Honey, if you tune in, that's not you. That was the other one.
It's a long
Hey,
time.
but
ago.
what's up with the shades? Was that like, did you guys coordinate that?
Yes,
All the shit-
because
you guys are like-
it was the
They were trying to
90s, and we
look
all
cool.
thought we were cool.
No, we were cool. What are you talking about?
Aaron still thinks he's cool.
Dude,
We had hair. Actually, the only person who
Hey,
still
I
has that
love
much
that
hair
hair,
is the guy in
dude.
the middle.
too funny.
Oh, and well, not even Nick.
Isaac.
Nick.
Or,
That
oh,
was
it's Nick
Nick.
in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Isaac.
That was.
So-
Oh, wait.
Not even Nick has that much hair. He runs
That's like
Phantom.
Fabio.
That's
I'm
right.
like, man, that looks like Fabio there.
Dude, I had the hair.
He did have hair.
We were pimped out.
It was mixed between Fabio and Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
Michael Bolton.
Yeah, you did look that. I always thought it was like Kenny G too, but it was Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah, it was Michael Bolton.
No, it wasn't all curly.
Yeah, you can.
Kenny G's hair was way curly. Like that doesn't.
Yeah,
fit.
yeah. I just always wanted to see Chuck with a saxophone in his fucking
That would have been
mouth.
cool.
Why do you want it? Why? What's with the oral fixation?
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should get you a wig and then we'll just shoot a promo
we
of you with a
not?
fucking saxophone standing up on a hill somewhere blowing. Get the drone shot of you. You know what I mean?
With a strategically placed mic with a saxophone.
That's what I have to look forward to, guys. So, Coach Rick, help me out here.
All right. So it looks like we've got Philip Nelson in, and we got George Elias with us, and Ben
Looks like
Thatcher's
Ben
in here
Thatcher.
too. Yes.
Well, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
Philip. How you doing,
Hey.
brother?
What's going
I'm
on?
doing good, man. I'm
Awesome.
just taking a break for a bit. Gotta go to work in a few minutes, but just thought I'd say hi.
Well, thanks
Well,
for
thank you,
popping
buddy.
in.
It's very nice of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Sam, stop waving at everybody. You're distracting, or you're disgusting.
Philip, how things been going, my friend? How you been, buddy?
I
appreciate the
You got my script, right? So, yeah, I've been just working on that, trying to get it all finalized.
I fucking love it, dude.
That's
awesome.
I can't
Yeah,
wait
man.
to. I hope that you end up getting on this and continue doing what you're doing, so we can get Marcus Ford in there too. By the way.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, man. You know it.
I can't wait to do it, dude.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jack.
that's his movie Kimmy, you guys. He's working on a new film.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're gonna.
I know, it's kind of like the Soderbergh movie, but I feel like I had it first. But, you know.
Oh, you can feel like that all you want. However, then that one comes out next week.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
There's
did.
a race to get that one out.
Just call it Kimmy 2.
Yeah.
But
There we
that-
go, give me two.
But TOO, right? And people think, oh, that's Kimmy, so you get some free publicity there.
That's
Oh,
right.
hey.
Still
Exactly.
away from Kimmy.
That's-
Yeah.
That's the
You
best.
know it.
That's how you think, Carlos, isn't it?
How to work the system and make it
Mr.
work for you.
Businessman, Mr. Businessman.
Hacking
you
all
have
day.
to.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like Starbucks, so people actually have coffee shops around Starbucks because all the overflow goes to the coffee shops around them.
That's not a
I don't know
bad
if you guys
idea.
know
Yeah,
that.
because they got a fucking line
Seriously.
around the goddamn block. Fucking
So
stuff.
I'm like, ah, man.
And they just have like diarrhea coming out of their thing. It's not even. It's like diarrhea, and they're just
You just had to find an excuse to say that.
because
didn't
I
you?
love
Yeah.
that commercial. That's my favorite commercial of all time.
But you know what's crazy is Starbucks is so popular here in Bakersfield, California. It's like around the block, guys. Like it's crazy. It's like I thought they would hate it, but it's even more popular here, I think.
I bet.
So yeah, it's crazy.
Well, Philip, I'm so happy you said hi to us today.
Thank
on-
you
Yes,
on
thank you,
Holiday,
buddy.
brother. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
And have fun at work.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I try.
I hear you. I hear you, brother.
Hey, so speaking of Marcus Ford.
Oh yeah, Marcus Ford. What do you got, son?
Oh, Jesus. So,
Oh, wait, he pops in with
Oh, yeah.
his
No,
deep
no,
voice.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
whoa.
So I happen to bring my physical copy of the Outrider.
Oh, you brought the movie. You actually brought the DVD.
Okay. And for 100th episode, you're all going to sign it for me, okay?
Oh, buddy.
You bet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. No, I thought you were
Nice.
I thought you guys were going to say no because you said no. I would have made you sign it for me.
And he's big, too. Like, you don't want to play.
Yeah, Sunday over. Yeah, I'll sign it, dude.
Yeah, for
No, I said you're going to sign
And
it.
anything else you need me to do today, sir,
Either
I'll
your
do it.
signature
I
or
said
your
yes.
brains
I
are
said
gonna
yes.
be on that outrider.
So the people watching and listening, I am an actor. I get typecasted all the time, because someone told me the other day, Sone, you have the size of an NFL lineman, but you have the look of a WWE professional wrestler. And I'm like,
Yeah, you do actually.
It's intimidating.
Okay, so-
Well,
yeah.
let me ask you this then, son. Do you feel like you get typecast like that?
I do, and I hear people tell me to avoid it, to say, just go with it. So I kind of
You don't know?
Yeah.
Well, what do you feel in your heart? What do you feel?
Yeah. If I were to get typecasted, let me roll with it my way.
There you go.
Somewhat.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
That's
enough.
the best way.
Absolutely.
I'll use what you want, but let me, I can be the tough and scary guy, but being, I see myself more.
Dude, you're a teddy bear.
Yeah, you're
You
such
really
a
are.
sweetheart.
You're the nicest dude.
Gentle giant.
Gentle
I'm more of a funnier guy. But my favorite character actor of all time is John Candy.
Oh God. Okay.
He's my favorite of all time. So I kind of model myself, and he's another big dude too. So
Yeah.
I kind of model
I can
Favorite
see
John
that.
Candy movie.
I can
What's
totally
your
see
favorite
that.
John Candy movie?
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
No way.
Yeah.
No. Uncle Buck.
What a classic.
No, I like summer. I like summer rental.
Summer rental.
Yeah.
That's a great
That part where he left the house and he came back. All the people were in the house. He's like, "What the?"
I forgot about that one.
I'm Joe Public. Welcome to my beach.
It's a beautiful one. I totally forgot about that one.
That's super fun.
I think the first one who didn't typecast me was actually Ryan Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
For his
Yep.
the Freddy Krueger fan.
The
film.
Krueger one.
He had me play a teacher, which
Yes.
really caught me off guard.
Yeah. And you did great in that.
Yeah, you did.
kicked ass in that.
Appreciate that. And there's another film. I worked with another guest you guys had, Christian Day.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
He had me play, which is a role I never ever thought I'd get. I played a dad to a teenager.
Wow.
I know, like, wow, okay.
Was that in his, what was that in his N-word one?
No, it's
Oh.
another one.
Another
a
coming
movie,
down she
okay.
did. Okay.
Coming out soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't
not
talk
out
much
yet.
more about it. Kind of hush
Not
hush.
really, not really.
Yeah, you do have a presence though, and that's the thing. Anytime I even saw you, I'm like, dude, he could be a badass, no joke, motherfucker. In one of our movies, we gotta kick some ass with Sone.
Yeah.
But then and then I got to know you more, and I'm like, well, I don't know.
There's a lot
I don't know
more
if he could
to
pull it
ya.
off. He's so nice.
he could do it, but it's like, if we do a comedy one day or try to, dude,
Perfect,
Sone
yeah.
would jump right in. I could totally see that.
I don't even have to act either. It's just
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that right.
You're a badass dude.
It's a dream role.
Jesus.
It
no,
is.
it's
You'd
very-
find, I think you'd find most villains probably fall in that category in entertainment. They're some of the nicest guys. I think it's because we have the catharsis to get all that shit out, and so it doesn't spill out into the real life, and you don't end up going to jail. Because
Yeah, no, for real though.
Right.
because some people,
Yeah.
deserve it, but and what's great about the Pacific Northwest is, in what I've found, because I tend to get cast in the darker roles as well, there's less typecasting. There's more opportunities here.
Mm-hmm.
I have done more. I've lived in New York, worked in New York, lived in LA, worked in LA, and that's where they want to shove you in that tiny little sliver of a slit and say, you're Cholo number 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I would go out for more Spanish speaking roles, and I'm like, it's a second language. I'm born and raised in this country. I went to college and graduate school here. Stop. But I've been able to play the fathers and the other, and all of it. There's actually more opportunity. I tell my students this all the time. You have no idea. The numbers are so in your favor in the Pacific Northwest. Sure, there might not be as much work, but you're going up against, tens, maybe hundreds instead of thousands and tens of thousands in larger markets.
Yeah. No,
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Yeah.
I agree, Rick. Why you always bring logic to our
He
show?
always he always brings the real shit.
He does.
He puts the real in around.
Man, I want to build this community. I want the Pacific Northwest to replace Hollywood. It's not going to be called the new Hollywood because we're going to have to delete that term. But this is happening. That's my commitment, and that's why we're here. That's what we're all part of.
We need to talk.
Well, the difference is
Yeah.
that there's a community
Yeah,
here
man.
that's just as talented, but
Habla español.
yeah, they're not. We're
¿Hablas español?
yeah.
Sí.
Excelente.
Mis
Let's talk.
pasos de Guatemala.
Whoa. I
Wait,
don't
wait,
want to
whoa,
do
whoa,
subtitles
whoa.
for this.
We don't. We're not doing
That's
subtitles.
way too much work when editing. I can't do all this.
I just said my parents are from Guatemala.
Paisano.
Thank you for clarifying.
Hey, I'm gonna drop my info. Reach out to me.
That's the
Or
best.
just go to my website, zitomaya.com.
We just
Drop
connected
me a
on
link.
Facebook, man. You sent me a friend request. I just
We
accepted
love
it.
you Hispanics, but come on now, let's let's speak into
see how they
English.
are? They always do that.
Comprende.
Those brown folks,
Samantha.
you gotta watch out.
I love you guys.
She does.
Yeah. Tequila and some basic stuff. A couple
Hey, I
dirty
drink
words, you'll be
tequila.
fine.
Great. The one part of the language she understands, tequila.
Well, I'm a bartender. How could I not?
George, can you hear us okay?
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
George, thank you. All right, so
I
we
see
had,
him cracking his mouth every
we had
once in a while.
George Elias is with us too, guys.
It
and he
literally went from
Hey.
one of you guys dancing in your underwear of
Oh,
MySpace.
it goes,
did-
yeah.
so you've been with us for
Typecasting
I've been listening for a
to the
while.
Pacific Northwest. Like I'm just listening to everything. To my parents are from Guatemala. Like all this stuff.
Paisano, way, we're taking over.
It's the,
From Guatemala too.
It's the ADHD podcast.
My family.
That's right.
It is the
That's it.
ADHD. Whoever
And I
said
will-
that,
I
you're
will-
spot on.
That was Rick.
That's how
And I
my
will
brain
say,
works.
how do you say
in the
it?
house.
Sone?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Sone.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was listening in on what you were saying. I say you get typecasted a lot. I don't mean to get weird or anything, dude, but your voice is very unique. You should look into doing like voice acting.
Voice
man.
acting,
Yeah,
yeah.
appreciate
You have
that.
a
Yeah,
very
one.
unique tone to
appreciate
your voice,
that. Yeah.
you know. And as for everybody who says they're always typecasted, well, hell, I don't even get typecasted. Like they never even gave me a shot. So that's why I started my own thing where I just basically do whatever the hell I want to do.
That's right.
Or live events. And I have friends here because I'm in Vegas, and this community has a very bad rep, like rap, whatever you want to say, like very bad. They're known as divas. Whereas you'll be the extra. You're like the guy way in the back, or like they'd see like your hand in the background waving.
I've been there.
and
I've been there.
For some reason they think they're A-list material after that, which sucks.
Just so everyone knows, George is the other person who actually made me cry.
Oh, yeah.
Big time, big cry.
Yeah, you did cry with George.
He made me big cry
some
too.
ugly cry.
Also, Coach Rick made me big cry too. So
You cried on
meet
the
each
show.
other, you guys both. Yeah.
Yeah, George got
made
you.
me big cry.
Well, George, you're a very creative filmmaker, though, with your short films. You've been doing a lot, and I've watched pretty much every one of them, I believe, that you've linked me on to see. So congratulations on plugging
I'm
away
sorry
at
for
stuff.
spamming you. I'm sorry.
No, brother, no.
Spam away.
No,
That's the
please.
right kind of
No,
spam.
I fucking appreciate that. I actually do. It's what you need to do. And you've got a new one that you guys are running right now, isn't that right?
I got several. That's the thing. I'm currently working on one. I'm writing the script. It's for a fan film.
Okay.
And it's not to go too much in details. Friday the 13th, because I'm a big Friday the 13th fan.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy I got playing Jason is African American. And
Oh, you got a black Jason, bro?
I love it.
Dude, that's badass.
There you go.
That's fun as hell.
I got
And needless to say, that my friend was playing it. He's really stoked. He's like, I think I'm the first black guy to play Jason. I'm like, don't look at it that way. Just look at it as like you're the next Jason. Because I don't look at stuff like that.
I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like, dude, I'm the next Jason doing that black. It's no joke. I want to be Jason.
Yeah, right. But see, that's the thing is who says you can't do those roles?
To
the gentleman who said, I believe it was Rick. I said they're always typecast you like Cholo and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just got to get out and make the roles yourself.
Yeah.
Make your own
That's
short
right.
film. And like me, sometimes with films, they just wanted me to be the guy in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed a lot of actors and actresses that nobody gives them a chance because let's say you don't have a resume, right? Or you have the desire, you have the passion, and sometimes I feel that sometimes can move mountains. You may not have the what do they call it, the 10,000 hours or whatever, but you're so passionate, you really want to do it. And I'm like, just give them a chance. How do you know you're not literally sleeping on the next big thing because they only have one film under their belt?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we love to do. Is we like to cast people like our friends and just to give them an opportunity. And actually, we've had amazing luck with that.
Yeah, we have. And it just goes to prove that if you've got any kind of passion for something and you're really into it, you can pull it off.
You can.
You really can.
You can do anything you
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah.
You just have to
To
be
add
willing
to
to put the
George.
work in.
Yeah.
So real quick, just to add to George, like if you don't have a seat at the table, build your own table.
That's
if
right.
opportunities aren't coming your way and you're not getting opportunities, create your own opportunities. You don't have to have permission from nobody.
No.
Do your thing. Baby.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's good stuff.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Exactly. Who's Aunt, by the way?
I don't know.
Who is Aunt
I
here?
don't know. I just popped in.
Okay, can we talk to him? Because I want to know who this is.
There's
Hi.
Aunt.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh.
It's Anthony Espina.
Ah, that's Michael Poser.
Microphone is off.
I'm going to get him in here. There he is.
There he is.
Is it working?
Latinos are
There
taking
he
I'm
is.
doing Zoom on the phone because I'm working on some film called My Giant Pacific Octopus.
Oh, really? Is it any good?
Looking forward to that.
It's all right.
It's getting better the more music he creates, right?
You ain't kidding. He's almost done, too.
It's all right, but it's going to be great.
So I had to
Just
figure
like
this
the
out
great
on the
octopus.
phone.
Appreciate you showing up, Anthony. Thank you for your support.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
You're a
popping
badass.
in. Awesome.
100th episode.
Yes.
We've been rolling, bro.
Is Anthony your composer?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is,
Anthony
yes.
Espina.
Nice, man.
Anthony
I've heard.
Espina.
I haven't heard
Can
anything.
you give us a little taste?
But yeah,
Little taste?
Please,
Yeah.
play
Oh,
something.
please,
Play
please.
Love
something.
to.
Yeah.
As long as Anthony and Sam agree.
I would love
Little taste, little
that.
sneak peek.
All right.
Here's a little
It's really what the director wants,
I
right?
would
Whatever
love
beat
that.
Yeah, don't listen to the editor. I don't know shit.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, your opinion doesn't. Yeah, no.
It's fine.
Just no.
Jay, you understand. You know what I mean, Jay.
I totally understand.
I know. All right, go for it.
All right. Let's hear that epicness. GPO.
It's loading. Dude, my nipples.
Stop with your nipples.
My nipples. I gotta keep your hands up. You don't want dead air. We can't have dead air. We don't have dead air.
Wait, you can edit.
Aaron, what's that? What's that?
Sounds
What's
good so
that?
far, right?
Yeah. Aaron, what's your hand below frame doing?
Say that again, Jay.
What's your hand below frame doing?
I don't know. I don't control my left hand very well.
Do not ask.
It's
Sorry.
it's my left. It doesn't. I don't even know what it feels like. It's like somebody else doing it. It's great. I'm so sorry.
What? Nobody wants
Sone,
that.
you know what I'm saying.
Sorry, that was my fault.
No, it's good. Not even God knows what you're saying.
Here's a
I
good
know,
question
Jay.
I wanted to ask
Jay,
you guys.
you should be sorry.
Say that again, Anthony.
Here's a good question I wanted to ask you guys before the music comes up. Is that did you guys think that you were gonna make it after 5 episodes? Did you guys really feel you were gonna make it to the 100?
Hell no.
With as much as Sam kept yelling at Aaron, I honestly wasn't sure because Sam came in the 3rd episode. She was not there for the first one, Peanut Gallery for the second one, and then we brought her in, and then it's like if she just keeps yelling at him all the time, who the hell's gonna listen to this show? A lot of people.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite parts.
Evidently,
it is funny. She tends to blow me up.
They love the dirty laundry.
I mean, we're real here, and I mean real.
I actually never thought about it, in my opinion, Anthony. I didn't think about it. I just wanted to keep doing it.
Yeah.
But then again, I wanted to be a radio guy my whole life. I mean, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
You have a great voice.
Round table.
It's fun.
I think you guys are all meant for it.
We were driven by wanting to highlight people and their journeys and stuff that are in the arts, whatever art that may be. Go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay. We suffer from the same delusion that all of you guys do.
Yeah.
Because you have to be mostly delusional to do what we do.
Or crazy.
Behind the scenes, writing stories, whatever it is that you do to be creative and to put yourself out there for the world to criticize.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be fucking nuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I never saw us not succeeding. When we put out the Outrider for the first time, I was shocked that somebody didn't want to distribute it. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to distribute it? It's just put it out there.
Yeah. He actually was.
So I'm the fucking delusional.
Yeah.
No, Aaron's pretty delusional too.
And he even twists the story though. And Jay will get a kick out of this because we did the Outrider and we reached out to Linda Nelson at Indie Rights. And we're like, Linda, guess what? We got this movie. It's badass. It's black and white. It's noir. It was cheap, but it's fucking pretty good. We just need distribution. She's like, well, it's black and white. It might not sell, but I'll take it. And I told Chuck that, and he was like, she doesn't want it. She doesn't think it's going to be one of the biggest movies. He couldn't even understand it.
Which is the attitude that you need.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what you need. You gotta have that confidence in what you deliver, because if not, who's gonna have the confidence for you?
No one is.
That's
you
why
gotta
I have
believe in
these
yourself.
two.
Yeah, you gotta believe it. Yeah.
Somebody's just
You gotta believe that it's good, because
somewhere.
then no one else is gonna believe that it's good.
That's right.
And you really gotta tell me you're crazy if you don't think that it's good.
That's exactly right.
If I would have actually known the real of the business before I started 20 years ago, I don't know if I ever would have. I mean, it was part of that delusion, part of that, kept me going through the
ignorance is bliss.
It's a part of the journey. Yeah, I totally agree.
How long has everybody been involved in all of this? How long have you been doing this?
You talking about us or everybody on the screens?
Everybody that's on this thing.
Yeah, let's start with Sone. Sone, how long have you been acting now, bud?
So, excuse me. I got my first ever. I started way back in 2012.
Okay.
I got back. I'm from Hawaii. That's where I'm from originally. And there was a TV show called Last Resort, and they were looking for extras to play villagers.
Okay.
So I got picked to play one of the villagers, but that was when that was my first shot at it, and the best part about that, I got to be in an actual studio.
Right.
So moving from scene to scene, and my scene was with Robert Patrick.
No shit.
Terminator
2 back then, bro?
Robert Patrick.
Oh shit.
Nice.
I have there's a funny story I had on set with him. It might sound meaningless to everyone else, but it was meaningful to me. So So after we did a couple scenes, they sent us an intermission, and as an extra, I knew my place. We can't really interact with the main actor.
Yeah.
So we all did our thing. I was the first one back. So the scene was in the bar. I was the first one to return. So I'm sitting on the table looking, and on the table, the prop, there's a bowl of peanuts. I'm just staring at it. Robert Patrick is the next one to walk in. Okay. So he walks in. I have my head down. He walks past me. He stops. He backs up, stops directly in front of me, and he's like, "Hey." I look up at him. He's like, "Don't eat that shit. It's bad for you." I was like, no. The fact that he had to back up and tell me that, like, something.
Tell him not to do something.
And as soon as he starts backing up, you hear dun 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 dun.
Oh man! You're like, oh shit. Yeah, man. It was. That was my first shot, and it was back. I grew up a fan of. I love movies, man. So I mean, I'm a physical media collector.
Yeah.
I got like over 2,000 movies in my collection.
Good for you.
There you go.
And my original dream was actually the NFL. I wanted NFL.
So did I.
Yeah,
I did playing quarterback.
Yeah, but of course it didn't work out.
Right, me neither.
I did the regular 9 to 5, and I thought that's gonna be my life right there.
Right.
Doing jobs I don't like, getting paid pennies for it.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for that, 2012, that scene with Robert Patrick, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Because I want to entertain. I thought my way into the entertainment industry was through sports, but it's like, this is what I want.
But the entertainment industry was always your thing.
It was always my thing.
But you were always thinking way outside the box.
Yeah. No, I thought,
and that's the way.
Yeah, and then when NFL didn't work out, I went to MMA.
Yeah.
I did backyard MMA. That's when I found out. I used to spar with the trainer, and mind you, the trainer at the time, his record at the time, fight record was 152-1.
Jesus Christ!
So he'd go hard with me because I was the biggest one, and he hit me in the face, man, like really.
Take me a block first, shit.
But then I'm just eating it up, and that's when I found out the term strong chin. Like,
Yeah,
I was able to eat the punches. So I was like, oh, okay. So he told me I got strong chin, and so that I was trying to do that afterwards, and the thing about Hawaii that it's a struggle out there.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
That's the part that people don't want to see, that we struggle real bad out there. So
what island are you from?
Yeah, I watched your episode, Carlos. I loved it, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which island are you from?
What island?
I thought.
Oahu, the main island.
Oahu.
Man.
Yeah, I'm from Waianae, the Waianae,
Okay.
the far west side of Honolulu.
Yeah.
I always look for a quote to name our shows. That's one thing about Around the Reel. Something that the guest says. And having a strong chin, I love. I fucking love it.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, because it's a great one, and that goes
Do I have a
across the
strong
board.
chin?
You're getting one.
Oh.
Yes, you are.
So
You're starting to be able to take them. You got to take the blows. You got to be like Rocky. You got to be able to hit,
That's a mental thing.
and then you got to get back up, and you got to
Coach
keep
Rick
going.
is going to give me a strong chin.
Yeah.
Not how hard you can hit,
It's about
but how hard
you could take a hit.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
exactly fucking
All right.
right.
That's Rocky Balboa. That's the final.
That is right, Rick.
I made my kids watch Rocky last night.
Good, and they loved it.
13. No, man, they're 13, 11. They're like, oh my God, this is so slow.
Are you serious?
No. Are you fucking? Got to go back to Rocky 1.
Like, you got to catch my attention in 5 seconds.
It's so dialogue heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't remember this being this slow. And now I'm enamored.
That's the
I'm in
second one.
love.
Second
I'm like,
one.
this is Rocky. I'm like, trust me, it'll pay off. And I'm like, no, it's, you know what? It's like more like Rocky 2 that kind of completes
Yeah.
Rocky 1. So for kids, especially these days, that are into, Harry
Everything.
Potter and stuff like that, it's just like torture for them.
Exactly.
Which is why I mean,
watch it.
15 seconds.
Said, no, Dad won the pick tonight. We're watching Rocky.
Yeah.
Favorite Rocky though. Favorite Rocky. Real
Yeah.
quick, and then-
Yeah. Mine's got to be
favorite
4.
one?
Mine's 4.
4.
4?
Yeah, 4.
Did you see the re-release?
Yeah, I did.
They re-edited?
Yeah,
How was it?
it's
Better than
fucking
the original?
badass. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope as shit. Yeah,
Nice.
especially all the
I wish I
new
would've
edits they
gone.
did. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Unlike
But
Aaron Carlson, he kept all of his footage.
Yeah, he did.
Aaron
actually.
can't keep shit. He loses
I
everything.
would have. You know what? Check fuck out.
Do you have something to play for us, Anthony? Do you?
Yes,
I
they
want
will.
it because I'm dying.
Well, I'm on my phone here, so I don't know how I would play it for you, and I don't know how it would sound through. I was actually gonna go on my do the Zoom through my computer, but I'm like I said, I'm currently working on a film, so
okay.
Just play something.
it just happens to be your film, so
just play something in the background, like real quick, just on the keyboard.
Yeah,
just a tiny.
Yeah, hint at something real quick.
Taste.
Let me see here.
Let's see what you got.
How
play the Rocky theme since we were talking about Rocky.
Actually, that's the inspiration for this.
Ben Thatcher is also an extremely talented composer we have on here too at
Oh, just busting it out, bro? He actually did just bust it out. Dude, how badass is that? You just bust out the fucking Rocky thing.
Right?
Yes.
That was pretty good.
And what's cool is we're doing a fan film right now. We're going to be recreating The Shape with Michael Myers.
Can you play that?
Yeah.
Can you play that?
I love Halloween.
Ben Thatcher actually has.
Yeah, I know. We need him to share that.
Wow.
What?
That's beautiful.
You should make a Zoom where all you do is just play.
Seriously.
He's too busy working.
Look at him go, though. Look at.
That sounds like rushing water.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, buddy.
There you go.
Look at you.
Yay.
And you can always tell when he's smiling when he's playing too.
I know. He's always.
He's in heaven.
Ant, right? Ant's the one that's playing, right?
Yes, Anthony.
Anthony is
if Anthony is playing, how long you been doing all of this? Like,
I've long enough. Let's just put it that way. No, I started very young, believe it or not. I got my first opportunity when I was 16, and that film actually made it into theaters for 2 weeks. It was called The Incubus.
Wow.
And it was basically a spin-off of Twilight.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And it was actually before Twilight had come out. The filmmaker actually had wanted to purchase the rights to Twilight. Her plan was to actually do the Twilight films.
Okay.
And the studio came back and said that they had already purchased the rights for that. And that, so she basically took the story and made her own story and called it The Incubus. So instead of vampires, it was ghosts and spirits.
What is Incubus?
Wow, that's freaking cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then ended up going to theaters actually got distribution, and it went to theaters for 2 weeks. And I was 16 at the time, so it was pretty crazy being able to see my name on the big screen and hear my music, and it was just like, this is what I want to do. And
I was about to say, you look 16 without your mustache. So right now.
I know, you're all shaved. I talked to him yesterday. He had all his shit going.
What?
His Fu Manchu.
So that was like
I
2 years
didn't even
ago?
recognize you when you came on.
You know what's weird? I was proud of myself because I got my fucking driver's license and he got in the fucking movie.
We all have our things to be proud of.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Well, since then I've been trying to get back to the big screen. So that's the now I'm able to hear my stuff on Netflix. Everything is streaming now.
Beautiful.
So I'll take it.
That's awesome.
You're
That's
a hell of a composer.
Yeah, you are.
Absolutely, buddy.
The emotion that you put into this, it's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
As Carlos said, it was like flowing water.
It was, yeah.
Which was the actual, point of trying to really capture what it is that, Samantha had put together. The story is so amazing that it's like, what can I do to help tell the story? Because really nothing matters if you don't have a story.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And really that's the first thing they teach you, is that you don't matter. What matters is the story, and what you bring to the table is what's going to enhance and help tell this story.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the magic.
Out of it.
It's the magic.
It's dropping knowledge, Aaron.
Yeah.
And Ben, you also are. Can you give us a little taste of what you're working on for us?
What's
maybe
up, Ben?
Or do you have anything?
Maybe a tiny little, because we also have a little short film.
I'm getting ready to. I'm at the tail end of the score.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
and I'm now starting to have some of my musicians record the live parts, because I'm the type of composer that I don't settle for sound libraries, and I do use them, and I have some really great state-of-the-art sound libraries, but I'm old-fashioned where nothing sounds better than the real thing.
Absolutely.
So now it's basically piecing together what instruments I actually want live in the score. And I know violin and cello is definitely two pieces of instruments that I want them to be real in the score. And I'm actually going to be using two musicians that I've worked with for a while now. Her name is Alessia, and she's actually in Italy right now.
Okay.
And she's a heck of a violinist, and she's going to be doing all the violin work for the score. And her name is Oksana. It's the first time I'm going to be working with her. She's going to do all the cello work, and it's actually her sister. And they're both from Macedonia, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my gosh, cool.
Can I ask you something about that?
Yeah.
So before they do the live recording, so do you lay out the basics of it, like with a patch or with a?
Yes. So
okay.
I do have sound libraries that are solo violin and solo cello, and
right.
Again, they don't. I can get
right.
I actually have some that are sampled to where they're actually real. They're basically the real thing, but there's nothing. There's that breath. Mm-hmm. There's that life. You hear. I like to hear in the score of that person breathing and bringing life to the actual. That, believe it or not, that's what makes the score come to life, is that actual emotion coming through the player.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, I think I'll play a little snippet from that actual cue that I sent not too long ago.
Yeah.
Right, Aaron?
Yeah.
It was
dope. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it. Turn it up a little more.
Fast forward a little bit. There we go. Is this true? I guess that's a little
damn.
little,
that's good, dude. It reminds me a little bit.
That's fire.
Who's the composer that did the Karate Kids? I forget the.
I can't remember either, but I know what you're talking about.
But that's it. Has a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up, because to me, some of the best film music ever created was that period.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because the majority of it is all technical, but there's so much emotion behind it. For example, Bloodsport.
Yep. Kumite.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Kumite.
Right?
Kumite.
I mean, we're talking about the Rocky theme.
Yes.
I mean,
Iconic. The music.
A lot of the
iconic.
composers now feel that they have to do this. Which, don't get me wrong, I love doing it too. I love going into my synthesizers and going to town and creating this grungy, epic rock opera.
Right.
But every now and then I like to go back and really touch, at the heartstrings of something that is old-fashioned and authentic and orchestral.
Yeah. I do the same thing with filmmaking. I do the same thing. I see those moments filmmaking wise where I'm like, I need some 80s in here. I need some 90s.
Yeah.
I need some fucking some shit. I need to have
the
that.
good, the bad, and the ugly. Though.
Yeah. I want to save that stuff. It's so
Williams.
You know which film I feel had really interesting music, especially when you look at the process of how it was made. Going back to what Sone said, Terminator 2.
Yes.
Look into that. That's actually a bunch of sound effects.
Brad Fidel.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is just sound effects being like manipulated and like changed whatever to mimic music.
Yeah.
How do you want it to sound like robotic, like machine-like, because it's Terminator,
right?
And it's just crazy when you look into the way he did a lot of the compositions of those films. It's just like all it is like bells and violins and all that. It's just sample sounds.
When you can literally do. Wait.
Look at his face.
I know.
He's got force in her face. You're like away from
I love it. I wish we could hear it. We couldn't hear it. We can't hear it.
Yeah.
Do you guys
I think
hear it?
I think we're losing it because of the iPhone speakers. We're not hearing the low end.
Yeah, the low end's not coming through.
We wish we could hear it.
I just heard it.
I didn't hear it. Damn it. I'll have to add something. I'll add something badass for you.
I'll tell you what.
It's literally 5 tones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Jay, what were you gonna say?
Bum, bum, bum. That's literally that's the score.
I was gonna say that was a really beautiful little piece you just played, and I'm no bull. I really think that that's going to elevate the. Not that the project was awesome already, but that's gonna
enhance.
That's really gonna kick you up. Yeah, enhance. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been amazing. It's been amazing
Beautiful.
working on it.
Yeah, and that's
these group of filmmakers there at CCC Entertainment. They're so. Number one, they're badass to work with. They're incredible. And the fact that, it's so difficult. I've worked with so many difficult filmmakers in the past 10 years that sometimes you just don't even want to work with them anymore because they don't really give you that creative freedom.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, when a filmmaker is handing you over their child, their baby, you kind of want, the first thing you do is you want to handle it with kid gloves. You're nervous to even present anything to them because it's like, I want to nail what it is that they want emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
But when they come to you and they say, listen, we've heard what you've worked on. We know what your ability is. This is kind of what we're looking for. Do you?
That's, yeah.
The fact that they give you that creative freedom, that is where you're going to get the Steven Spielberg and John Williams. That's where you're going to get
you got to do what you do best.
And Tim Burton, because they know, they've done the research of who it is that they're going to be working with. They know their sound. They know what they're able to do. So all they basically can say is, listen, we want this, but really we want you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and everyone has their
freedom.
signature.
Yeah.
Every
Exactly.
composer
That
has
gives
a signature to them, and that's kind of what they do. And they have different areas that they really shine and really, Yeah. And Ben has his too. Let's not forget about Ben here.
That's what I was gonna say.
He needs to pop in there.
There's a guy named Ben on here, and
Ben,
I saw the wall of guitars.
He's amazing with horror stuff and and hardcore. Like, he's amazing too, in his own way too.
Yeah, and we've had Ben on the show
signature.
a couple times already, and he's got a brand new documentary out that he did with Andrew Hernandez.
Yes.
The Biggest Stream, and it's a beautiful score that Ben did.
It is. Yep.
And Ben's a homie.
Yeah.
He's been with us since day one back in the day. So Ben.
Yeah.
And I see Ira's in here too. Ira, I've not ignored you, brother.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you just fine.
brother.
I'll get to you.
It's interesting that you were talking about, when in the music, they don't want, sometimes when I guess the production doesn't really want what you, doesn't give you the freedom to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much like as an actor, believe it or not.
Yeah.
It's like they hire you sometimes and then they tell you, put your hand here, do this, turn here, and put the cigarette in your mouth like that.
Yeah.
And it just kills you. It's like,
well, it's
I believe
the magic.
Good point.
As far as I'm concerned.
Like Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
I fucking believe
Marlon
that.
Brando.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
This does happen. By the way, that does happen. It's happened to me a lot of times in mostly with directors that are new, like sometimes student directors.
Yeah.
Who don't really know that they've got to trust the actor or in your case, music and stuff.
Yeah.
When people know what they're doing, most of the time they're willing to let you go.
Absolutely. No, and here's the thing. Like with us, I mean, we appreciate everybody's artistic ability.
Yes.
That's a no-brainer. Like if we choose to have someone help us with a film, we trust them. I mean, and bottom line, we need you. It's not like we can't make music, so can you make this music that we can't make for us? No, make your fucking music for our movie because we like how you sound.
Yeah.
We like what you do.
We want you,
baby.
And the same thing goes with actors. It's the same way. I mean, and Chuck and I had this conversation. I've had it with Sam too, where it's like, why the fuck? If they audition, we like, oh fuck, they're the ones,
right?
Why would we question their ability when they're doing? I mean, they have their thing. They do their
and
thing.
Here's a great example of that. Ira is in Say Goodbye.
Ira, yes.
Ira's a fucking G.
Ira is our homeless gentleman in Say Goodbye. He's our homeless gentleman for a homeless
I wore his jacket, by the way.
Yes, he's wearing part of his gear. You don't want to get typecast, Ira.
It's such a mess that I loved it.
Well, Chuck,
but the funny thing is, yeah, so he comes in and he auditions. He's like, I know this is a part that you wrote for a kid. I'd like to audition for it anyway. So he auditioned. Not only did he audition, not only did he nail it, not only did we give him the part, he came to set the first time. I wrote more of the Say Goodbye for him to be in the movie
because he's that fucking good.
He is that brought good. That much to the table.
Yeah, and it's a shame that we can't have him anymore because he's so fucking good.
Okay, but guys, I've said this like 3 times, and Ben, I really want to hear.
Oh, sorry. All right, Ben. All right.
Like I'm really trying. I'm sorry. Like I'm not trying to take away from anybody else, but seriously, I want to hear.
Hey, this is a live show. We're winging it here.
Ben,
really quick.
I want to hear from Ben.
Sam wants to hear you play.
All right, Ben.
I want to hear from you.
And another thing with Ben too is because guys, we did that short, The Source.
Yeah.
Yes,
this all came about because he created a horror box, and he was like, "Hey guys, let's do a story with this, so I can play this horror box."
Absolutely, he did.
Badass.
Ben,
I was in that. That was fun. Man.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, we did a great job. Ben, can you hear us?
I can. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Well, you sound a little British.
No, you got an accent. I must be doing this wrong. It's coming through the screen very wrong.
Go ahead, Ben. The mic is yours, my man.
What do you guys want to hear? I've got something open at the moment, but it's not as beautiful as what we just heard.
It's a different. You know what? It is. It's just different.
Play yourself.
It's just different.
Ben is fabulous. Go for it, Ben.
Let's hear it, some.
I don't know how this is going to translate on the speakers, but
we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
We're winging this, bro. Is he playing? See, we can't hear
we can't hear it.
Damn
Can you guys hear it?
No.
Can you guys hear that?
No, we
can't hear anything. Damn it.
No?
We really wanted to, but we couldn't hear it.
Why doesn't this work?
I think the speakers of the
it's the low frequencies that don't pick up.
Yeah.
When I was playing the Terminator bass hits, you guys weren't hearing that either.
Okay.
Wow. So it's those low. You can hear the higher frequencies, but you can't hear the lower frequencies.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why we don't hear Chuck very much on the show.
And it's just one of the
He talks quite a bit.
I talk all the time, but when people suddenly feel weird after watching the show, or they go and vomit afterwards, it's just the things I've been saying underneath everybody talking.
If you share the screen, let him share the screen. He might be able to get his sound in.
Let's see if we can try it.
Yeah, that will work.
Can you let him share this?
I don't know.
Make him a co-host.
That sounds
interesting. Well, I don't fuck everything up.
Don't make him a host, but make him the co-host.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Aaron,
yes.
Chuck, Sam, and everybody else on here. You guys are amazing. I gotta go because I gotta go to work.
Oh, George, thank you for popping in.
George, thank you, brother.
It's been awesome.
George, you keep up with us, brother.
Good to see you.
Keep letting us know what you're doing.
Carlos, your logo looks really cool. Just letting you know.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. Maya. So we Latinos are taking over. You see how many Latinos are here, especially Guatemalans?
I know.
Guatemala.
I'm half, so I still count.
Well, hit me up.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Hey, where's all the brothers at?
Thank you, George.
Love you guys.
So I want to take the moment real quick because I got to get going.
All right, please, Carlos. What do you got?
I'm up against a deadline for tomorrow. I got to deliver this final cut.
Sure.
No, but I just want to say, hey, again, congratulations, guys.
Thank
You guys are awesome. Really had a great time. We broke a little bit of drink, and just hanging out. I'm telling you, there's some major changes coming to the Northwest, specifically Washington State. I'm not even going to say the Northwest. I'm saying Washington State, where we're at. Right, some really exciting stuff. Some stuff I can't talk about, but some other things that I see. Like just as a visionary, right?
Yes,
this is proof of that, right? This 100th episode, you guys hung it out. You're doing what you love. That's really what it boils down to. When everybody, because do a lot of speeches and mentoring and stuff like that. Whenever anybody ever asks me, hey, what advice can you give me? This is what I tell them. I ask them a question. I'm like, are you sure you really want to do this? Right? You're about to fall off the edge, right? And you might not be able to come back, right? You're going to go, reach a point of no return. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Because if you're doing it for the money or you're doing it for the fame, those are the wrong reasons to do it.
Yeah.
Right. You have to find what you're really passionate about. Right.
Yes.
So what you're really passionate about, what you really love to do, your talents, right. And figure out a way to monetize it. If money is important to you, right. If money's not important to you, then it's okay. Just do your art, do it because you have to, right. Let out the demons. It's a creative outlet, right. It's, it fulfills me in some way, right. If that's what it is, right. Because once you're bitten, like I said, you're going to reach that point where like, oh man, I should have done this. Right. So figure out why you're really doing it. Mm-hmm. Right. And it's because you absolutely have to. It's a passion. It's just, it fulfills you in some way. Like I said, then do it. But if not, go make money as a banker, make money as a salesperson, do something else, but do not get into this business because it's a crazy business.
It's rough. And mentors mean everything. Jay Horton and Coach Rick, hands up to you guys who are mentors very much.
Very much so.
But yeah, mentors mean everything. So
absolutely. So
great
again,
words,
keep up the great work.
Yeah.
Yep. And then excited to see, the completed film. I totally believe in you guys, and like I said, before, it was said before, it doesn't take you nothing to like, comment, and share something. True. Even just that, right? Absolutely. Just saying, hey, I see you, buddy. Appreciate you. Keep going, right? And that's what I do. Just beat that, Facebook algorithm or metaverse, whatever the hell it's called.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
But that's what you want to do,
fucking
right?
Skynet.
Skynet, right? But it doesn't cost you anything, So just show your support in that way. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, man, appreciate you. I see you. I'm hearing your voice. I'm looking forward to what you got going on, right? And just that little encouragement.
And support each
just
other.
Get you through
Everyone needs to support each other.
It matters, Carlos.
Yeah, it does matter.
Man.
Good words.
We're all part of this asylum, right? We're all part of this boat. We're still going to build that super yacht, right? So again, guys, hey, appreciate you. Good job. Keep it up. And I look forward to the 200th episode.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Bye, Carlos. Thank you.
Take care.
Amen, Carlos.
Well, speaking of people who have seen and felt the repercussions of support, let's go to Jay Horton real quick.
Yeah, let's do that for a second.
Jay,
and then we're gonna go back to Ben because we
got to get some music from Ben. We got to figure that out. But Jay, you've been with us today, and we got Mr. Jay Horton with us, and he's been here the entire show so far. And I want to give him a minute to tell everybody what happened with him over this last week. It's an absolutely phenomenal. I'm like, I want to fucking cry about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's. I'm not gonna cry because I'm not a pussy.
Yeah, you are.
Right, and don't make you a pussy.
I'm just gonna
denying
say
your inner child does.
You just have one.
It's a fantastic thing to see. And I've always felt that if you're doing things for the right reasons, things will come back to you. Yeah. Jay, you've gotten everybody. Fuck God, I fucking might cry.
Aaron's
okay. Hold on, I'm not gonna cry on the fucking show.
It's 100th episode.
Pull it together.
I'm gonna pull it together. Know, right? Hey, brother,
man up here, would you?
I stumbled across your YouTube maybe 2-3 years ago. I don't even know now. And I mean, this is when you just started like putting some effort into your YouTube channel. And I immediately told Sam, and we talked about this on the show. I'm like, oh, this guy's legit. I mean, I love his demeanor. I love his attitude. I love what he's trying to do.
And I just loved his face, so I was like, I love your face. I'm just gonna watch you because I love your face.
But over the years, Jay Horton has given everybody an opportunity to learn as he's learned.
Yeah.
And do what he's been in the industry a long time.
He's
made a lot of fucking movies.
He's
made a ton of fucking movies, from documentaries to features. He's been through the grit. He's been hired. He's been worked on other people's shit to make a living at this. And, he's doing his own thing. And that was this whole show's idea, was about everybody has an ability to do something that they want to do if they keep just hanging in there. And Jay's done it. And this guy deals with anxiety. He's scared of getting on fucking shit. And, he's doing a narrative finally again. And he's done his documentaries for a while. And he reached out and he did a crowdfunder. And this shit blew the fuck up. And it made me feel so good to know that so many people have been watching you and appreciating what you've done, Jay. for everybody in this
I know
industry.
it can feel like you're not appreciated when you are.
Yeah, man.
Like giving to the outside. You know, when you're giving to the community, sometimes you don't feel appreciated, but something like that, to see that happen was amazing.
It's fucking cool as shit, dude. I wake up every morning and I look at your shit and I'm like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. So
we're
Jay,
like cheerleaders for you.
please take the mic for a minute, buddy.
Yeah.
And say what you gotta say.
So the crowdfunder's been amazing. So, you know, when I felt I have felt support doing the channel, you know, like, you know, people comment and, you know, stuff like that and talk about how much it helps them, and that, you know, that's all great. And when it came, you know, I did my last narrative feature almost 4 years ago, and it was I'd made, I think that was like my 22nd, something like that, directing, and it was just I had such a bad experience on it. I was just like that's it, I'm not gonna direct any more narratives. And I started making documentaries, and I did, you know, maybe 20-25 of those, and I was starting to get the itch to do the narrative again. But, you know, I didn't want to make a little tiny, you know, $5,000 movie or 20. I wanted a little more money. So I decided, and I didn't want to go traditional funding on it, so I'm going to try to do a crowdfunder. But my approach to it was not about, like, you know, give me money, make my movie. Like, you know, I went in with a real mindset to build a community around it, you know, and not just, you know, support me in what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I honestly think that is what sets my campaign apart from a lot, you know. And I mean, there are campaigns that are bigger than mine, you know, for sure. But I think that this really, why people are responding, you know, is because it's, you know, it's like we're coming together to make something. You know, we launched it Friday last week, and, you know, like the first day it did $12,000, you know, and then it's just been like a couple of thousand more, you know, every day after. We just crossed 30,000 last night.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're 7 days in, I guess, I don't know, 8 days in now. You know,
let's just say 30,000. That's above your original
your
goal, right?
Yeah, you're already.
Yeah. Original goal was set at 25, which is actually, it's a little bit of a strategy. I mean, I there's a $25,000 version of the movie I could make, but, you know, where I want to get is closer to 60. So I set stretch goals incrementally from the 25. But but it's just been, I mean, the response from it has been just, it's humbling. Like, you know, I'm grateful for it, but people, like, genuinely they're into it.
Yeah.
You know, like when the movie does come out, like I have a fan base for it, like already.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So I have distributors calling me, like, about the movie, wanting me to sign them on now.
Cool.
You know, talking about doing pre-sales and all of that, and it's because of the response from the community.
Nice.
You know,
and I know you're very humble, Jay, but it's because of you.
It's because of you and everything
It's
that you
you,
do.
brother.
I mean, people support you and they're willing to
It's you.
get your back because of what you do.
You've done amazing things, and I know Coach Rick would agree with me on
Yeah.
this. Like, the amount of stuff that you put out there in a very unselfish way.
Yeah.
Matters.
Yeah.
And buddy, you did it, and I immediately responded to it when I first saw you, and I know we all did.
Yeah.
And, and that's kind of why we're like, well, fuck, you know, Jay Horton's the man.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
just
know
that
anybody
guy.
who deserves it.
No, you
more.
put in the time, and you reached out to the audience and the people that actually appreciate you, and they responded fucking great.
Yeah.
Well,
and it picked up, and then now you got everybody else like fucking bandwaggers jumping on, and they're fine. But, you know, there's a lot of people who were with you the whole time, brother, and it's so cool to see.
Yeah.
The really funny thing about it is I had a lot of people tell me that about a week before the campaign, I was talking to a lot of different people, you know, consultants and, you know, this and that about, you know, how to run the campaign. And almost everybody told me I was making a big mistake going after at least partially the filmmaking community. They were like, you know, just don't do it. Filmmakers they'll give maybe small amounts, $5 here or there, but they won't give much. They won't support it that much. And I kept saying, I don't think so. I think maybe generally, maybe that's been so in the past on some other things, but I think this in particular, I think I'm going to get like a good amount of support from filmmakers. And I would say, at least in that, you know, first 3 days, I'd say probably maybe 60-65% of it was like, you know, filmmakers.
Yeah. Correct.
Well, that's, I think, everybody's thank you to you for what you give to the film community.
Correct.
I think that matters a huge amount when it comes to that, because a lot of filmmakers, they don't really have it to give because they're trying to make their own stuff.
Exactly.
So
and that was the guy's point. They weren't saying like filmmakers were assholes. They were just...
you were like, you
no,
don't
we're
know.
fucking broke. Yeah, totally.
No, but I think that there's a lot to be said about, you know, what we're willing to do for each other. It's a back and forth, you know. What you've done for everybody, you know, I think matters, and that's obvious right now.
If filmmakers are out there, or anybody in the creative community hasn't watched Jay Horton's YouTube channel and see the amount of content he has on there and the amount of topics he covers,
and
they have no idea. You go in depth in a lot of things a lot of people aren't talking about, and that's what's so fucking cool about you, Cheryl, and you. So I applaud you, man. Good for you. I'm very happy for you. We all are.
Yep.
It's fucking fantastic, and I feel like I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah.
we're like proud parents over here, like, go.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I
get
really
him 50.
appreciate it.
I don't give a shit.
I really appreciate it.
Make that movie, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank
on
you,
that.
and thank you for helping us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
and congrats on 100 episodes.
Thank
I mean,
you.
that is a huge accomplishment. And I love the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
We love yours.
We love that you love the show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's just all good. It's
Yeah.
all good. So celebrating
Good stuff.
everybody here
Yes.
as much as possible.
Big celebrating.
Okay, let's get back to Ben real quick.
Ben.
Did we figure out how to be able to hear his sound? Were you able to give my co-host?
How you doing, Ben?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. I was literally, I'm happy being like voyeuristic and just watching everyone.
That's fine. That's fine. I know. That's good.
I can appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah. My left hand's still under the desk. You know
I'm
what I mean?
I'm always watching.
Aaron, Facebook, mate, I sent you a little. I like just grabbed it out of the session. Something I'm working on, so it's in Facebook Messenger. If it works on your end, you might be able to hear it.
Oh,
rather
okay.
than mobile.
Oh shit! You're gonna make me try to do something.
that was a bad idea.
You guys take
Carlson multitask. Okay, so we're gonna cut. Sam and I will cover the show. So let's turn it over to Sone.
I know,
By the way, we still have a guest in house.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Local actor who I'm guessing, George, if you're listening in, I don't think he'd mind going to Las
I don't
Vegas.
think George is here anymore.
No, he's not there anymore. But for later when he listens to the rest
okay.
of the show, yeah, I'm sure that. I don't know what just happened, Aaron, but half of the shit behind you just turned off.
What do you mean?
Your lights just turned off behind you.
So, Sone, you're
looking
from
at something.
Hawaii, did you say?
Yeah, Hawaii.
Oh, okay. I worked a while back, a long time ago, with some Hawaiian actors that were, one of them passed away a while back. Garrett T. Sato. I don't know if you know who he was.
Oh no.
And,
yeah. I mean,
another guy who works a lot, big guy named Coletti Williams. He always, okay, never mind. That worked well,
I was going way back.
Well, you know anybody from Jersey? I can talk couple actors from Jersey. I think John Travolta was from Jersey. I don't know, but
one of the things that I think makes me unique is in here in Pacific Northwest, I'm pretty sure I'm the only Polynesian.
Well, the only one I know.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's one other person, but I'm the only one that's around right now.
Right.
Well, you're unique in a lot of ways, Sone.
I
Definitely,
that, yeah.
in a very good way.
Yeah. And, going back to the typecast part, a lot of the reason why I get typecast because I never have to audition for anything. People just give me the roles.
Right? They call you up and go, "Hey, I got a role for you."
Yeah. You know how many times
that's damn good.
Yeah, it is.
You know how many times I audition? I offer to get a smaller part. They message me back saying, "Hey, I got a better role for you." I was like, "Okay, I'll make you the enforcer." Like, oh, all right.
Better for you or better for me? I mean, who is this really better for?
Yeah.
Is this going to help me grow as an actor, or am I just going to sit there and scare people?
Yeah. and I was telling Aaron and Chuck earlier, I only had to audition one time, and wow. Funny, it was actually for Carlos Ortiz, his film,
wow.
Taco Man.
Yeah, right.
That's the only time I ever had to audition.
Are you in his Taco Man?
No, I didn't get the role. I mean,
but no hard feelings, Carlos. He said that.
No.
He said that emphatically earlier. No hard feelings, even though you're gone.
I mean, at the time, I was just iffy about it at the time.
Okay.
But since then, I've grown far from what that guy who auditioned for the Taco Man has become. But yeah,
you've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You've been in a lot of projects around here.
Oh, everybody has grown. Sam has grown from an alcoholic actress to a well-renowned director.
I've grown from an alcoholic, guys.
She just couldn't act unless she had a drink.
Well, yeah, she had to be drunk to act, so we
Right.
stuck her behind the camera, so now she's mostly sober.
She was.
I still can't hold my pee
I'm
for
sorry,
a whole
I'm gonna-
episode. Sorry,
I'm gonna
Jay.
have to, sorry, I just want to say I'm gonna have to jump off. I have
Yeah,
a call in
okay.
30 seconds.
Cool.
In
But
30 seconds,
congratulations!
Thank you so much
on
for
the
joining.
show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Jay Horton, thank you, brother.
Jay.
We appreciate you very much.
We
Joe.
love you.
Thank you, brother.
Love you too.
Keep doing your
Bye,
thing,
guys.
man. All right, man. We'll see you.
Bye.
I gotta call in 30 seconds. I gotta go. Bye.
Jay Horton, guys.
That's usually me. I
He's
gotta
a
pee.
badass.
I'm
Okay.
done.
So
Yeah,
I
you
don't
missed
know.
all of Anthony's playing earlier.
Let me see.
You know what? I had to pee. Okay.
Whatever.
I can't hold it.
Aaron,
Can
in
I
all
try
this
something?
Time, in all this time that we've been delaying for you, were you able to master the
I don't know.
Messenger app to play?
It says I'm sharing my screen, so I don't know.
Okay, so
You're not.
You're not.
I'm not.
You're not.
Whatever,
Literally.
dude.
No.
It says one participant can share at a time.
I don't see it.
Here, let me see if I can do this. I don't fucking know.
Host disabled participant screen sharing. It says host. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to share because Ben sent me a
Look at the
clip.
nightmare that I caused.
You see that, Coach Rick, on yours?
Well, when I click on share screen,
Yeah.
at the bottom,
Yeah.
sometimes you can request, and so it might be in the setup when you set up the call on that original page. So,
Oh, here we go.
I
Watch
don't
this.
know.
I don't know.
Wait.
I don't know if
Did
I
he
can
figure
share
it
sound.
out?
Watch this. Boom.
Oh shit. No, I don't see nothing.
Why'd you say don't say?
Oh wait.
What did you do?
How
Uh-oh.
about that?
Okay, started sharing the screen.
All right. Let's see if we can hear
Yep,
this.
I see your screen.
Let me just say I'm a fan of what Rick has going on as far as facial hair.
All right, here we go. Yep, we can hear it.
Ben Thatcher.
Thanks, brother. It is for a roll, but it might be a while.
Can you guys hear
Oh
that
shit!
as well?
I heard
What
that.
did you
Yeah,
do?
I don't know. I was just fucking around with it.
I was into it too.
Okay, here we go.
Sorry. I want to make sure they can hear it too because I didn't know if it was coming just through our headphones.
How about that?
Yes. No wonder.
That was badass. That got me pumped up.
No wonder the little speaker couldn't keep up with it, man. That's all low. That was good.
Ben, that's
that
some
was awesome.
that's some big shit, bro.
Yeah, that's.
I got my headphones in too, so that was a
So
little
you know
extra
now
special.
everyone knows what I mean about when I say epic.
Ben
and
goes fucking
yeah,
epic.
that's what
Huge.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah,
He's a badass.
he goes big. He goes hard.
And he has way too much time to play with firearms, apparently.
and Ben is going to help us with our short film now.
Yeah.
He's been playing around with Sis today, some 80s stuff, and he's recreating some of John Carpenter's themes for the shape, which is fantastic.
Yep.
Already. So Ben, we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
Yeah, and
No worries, guys. No worries.
and as far as composers go, we couldn't be luckier to have Anthony and Ben
Yeah,
helping
seriously.
us in all our stuff. You guys are
Top
just,
notch.
We don't want to
Amazing.
say in our back pocket, but they're
Right.
really
No,
accessible.
it's not that.
Well, they're,
It's just-
they're
it's
not
very
just,
They're always
not
within
just
reach.
amazing.
Yeah.
They're not amazing composers only. They're our friends and our family, and they're
Yes.
amazing people.
yes.
So that's what
That's what
most
matters.
important. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That's everything.
It
and
is
that's-
everything. Yeah.
Man, work with someone that you love because
Yes.
that energy that is in the process from day one is going to make a difference in what lands for the audience.
Yes, you're right. That's
So-
where the magic happens. You are so right.
Yeah, it has to be, and that's what Hollywood has done is they've ripped the heart and soul. It's all about the mighty dollar.
Yeah.
They're going to work you to the bone. No, we need
No.
to take care of each other. You
Yes.
want that family that's loving each other, and this is better than blood family because we chose each other.
yeah.
So we don't got all that other crap that we do with our regular family.
Yes.
This is the family that you choose, and it's heaven, man. I couldn't be happier than to be on set 12 hours a day. And we're committed to actually getting it down to like 8 or 10 on a long day, so everyone can go home and have dinner with their families and sleep, right? But to have that connection, to have those, of course, yes, talent is awesome,
Yes.
but the heart,
Yes.
the heart. It's all about the heart.
It is. It is.
Aaron and
That's where the
Sam,
magic
I
happens.
choose you.
I choose you, Chuck.
Yeah, what Rick said is actually
It's
No, it's
nailed it on
spot
the
on.
head.
It's fucking
Perfect.
spot on.
Talent. I've seen so many people with so much talent between the year of 2020 and now quit on their dreams. And I've seen it more along the lines of the actual film music community, because I'm sure Ben can attest to this, being a part of, you know, that community of film composers and composers in general. I've seen a lot of people, just quite a few, just give up literally on social media, say, okay, I'm done, I'm out. You know, I got a position doing this and doing that, which is great because, you know, you got to make a living. But the fact that you're saying that you're hanging up the gloves and saying I'm out, I'm done, on something that you've committed so much time, effort, blood, fights, you know, and moments where you're just like, and then you're giving up all those beautiful moments of success.
Yeah, man.
That people, it's so easy to forget about the blessings. It's so simple to worry about what's going wrong, but it's so hard to focus on what's going right. And 2020 was, I think, a year that people lost that battle. They lost that battle and they just gave up. And I'm all for people making a living and succeeding in what they feel is right. But if you know you have a dream and you've devoted so much time and effort and sacrifice to, it's right when you're at that door in the brink of it that you're tested the hardest.
Yeah.
3 feet from gold.
Yep.
That's right. And that's funny because going off of what he said, 2020, we froze. We couldn't start filming, say goodbye. They shut everything down. We started this show.
We did start this show.
We started this show in 2020.
Yeah.
July 4th, Aaron's sitting in my freaking
with nothing.
Studio bedroom.
Film the movie, so what
and
we
we
gonna do?
started talking about movies and started talking about what we could do and who we could talk to and how much we could interact with people and what can we do to stay creative? What can we do to stay involved, to still meet people?
Yeah.
We started this show in 2020. People were giving up. We had people on our show who gave up shortly after being on our show. We're like,
wow.
Damn it. Yeah, that happened.
Why?
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
The 2020 made me put the pedal to the metal, you know, because people were just dropping like flies.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I'm like, you know, if my end is near, I want to make sure I leave it all on the floor before
you either had to
leave it
kick
all
it
on the
up a
court.
notch,
Leave it on the field, man. Absolutely.
Leave it on the field. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Sorry to jump in, guys. I'm gonna have to shoot because of the time difference here.
It's okay. No, you're fine.
Oh, do you need to go to bed? You need a quick nip, and a quick Betty bye.
Don't
Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
That cue rocked,
brother.
man.
We love you, man.
That cue rocked.
Yeah.
Yes, it
thank you,
did.
man.
Yes.
Congrats on 100.
Thank
Here's
you.
to 100 more, and 100 more movies.
Thank you. We love
Thank you, Ben. We love you, brother.
Bye,
Thank
brother.
you. Good to see you. We'll talk soon, man.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Thank you. Ben Thatcher, everybody.
Yes, part of the
Badass.
family. As are you all.
Before you guys bring up something else, I want to mention a name that I lost not too long ago. It was actually a person that was very big in the filmmaking industry. His name is Del Weston. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Del Weston. He was the owner of the Action on Film Festival in Monrovia, California. And he was a giant in the independent film industry, and getting people who did independent film, giving them the opportunity to actually talk to these major distribution companies. He was kind of like the middleman.
Okay.
And when I was very young, it was because of him that I was able to really experience Hollywood. I was invited to the film festival to help work on his film festival. And I've met so many filmmakers out in California. We lost Del Weston last year, at the end of last year, to he had pneumonia. That I don't really know if it was the virus but we lost him. And he was a giant in kind of what you guys do about bringing filmmakers together. Like I said, he was the owner of the Action on Film Festival. Mm-hmm. He actually moved from California to Las Vegas. And I just want to mention his name and tell his wife and his kids, Teresa Weston, and that we're thinking about them, we're keeping them in prayer, and that I miss him because he was a giant, and what we do and he knew what it took to put everything on the line to be an independent filmmaker and to try to make it in one's dream. So I just wanted to throw his name out there.
No, thank you for saying that, Anthony.
Yeah.
I think it's important, and when you lose someone who connects people in this world that we're living in, especially in the film industry, it's important, and it hits hard. It hits hard.
Yeah.
When you lose someone who connects people, it hits hard. So thank you for saying that. And we're here. We're here trying to keep it going.
Keep it alive, bro.
I'm not trying to think of the fact that I've been fighting off respiratory infections.
I know, like you scared Chuck.
7 different freaking medications.
I saw his eyes.
Right now
he was
for
like.
But no. It's thank you for sharing that. It's always important to recognize those that we've lost, especially recently. Last year, doesn't matter when. The people who have touched our lives. It's always good to remember those who have touched our lives.
Yes, it is.
It's rare to find them.
It is.
It's few and far between, and that's why I feel like what we're doing here has been really, really eye-opening to me, because I had a skewed viewpoint on people for most of my life.
A little
bit, yeah. And the more and more we've done this show, it's helped me honestly open up and see, Jesus Christ, you're right.
Sorry,
it's helped me realize that I was wrong. There's more people out there that have good intentions than what I thought, and that's
I really enjoy martinis now because of you. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome, brother. You're welcome.
Aaron created another alcoholic.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. You have no idea how much I enjoy watching the way you cook and the way the joy that you have behind it.
I try to do everything, and you got to make everything cinematic somehow.
When did that start?
I don't know. I get bored in the kitchen because I'm cooking, because all the girls don't give a fuck, and they're on the living room watching TV or on their phones, and I'm cooking.
Hey, now.
I got to have fun. I got to do something.
Watching him cook.
Aaron likes to think he's on camera the whole time.
Exactly.
He does,
Aaron just likes to think he's on camera. He's always practicing. He's always rehearsing, right?
Dude,
He's
Rick nailed
is this the best angle?
You did. You really did. Since I was a kid. Yeah, I went to the airport with my dad because he had to go to Virginia to see his family, and I was scared shitless when I was probably like fucking 6 or 7, dude. And he was leaving, and I was crying because I thought the airplane was going to crash. I knew my dad was going to die. That's in my brain.
Always thinking Norris.
I know.
But here's the thing. Here's the part of Sam why she loves me so much, because that selfish part starts kicking in. And as I'm leaving,
love that. I absolutely love that, guys. I love it.
After we dropped him off at the
let me
airport,
just tell you.
I'm walking through the terminal. I'm walking across, and all of a sudden, I started looking outside.
The Sky
I saw
Bridge?
the airplane. Yeah, the Sky Bridge. And I saw the airplanes taking off, and all of a sudden, like "You Belong to the City" went through my head from fucking Glenn Frey. And I was sitting there walking when I was a kid, and I heard the music in my head, and I was like, "Oh, there's probably a camera on me right now." And I really just imitated like how cool I was supposed to look when I was a kid, getting into the car, driving home, looking outside, seeing all the shots with the music. That really fucking happened.
And let me just tell you,
and it
every
hasn't
single
changed
day,
since. So if I'm in the kitchen with music on, that's probably what I'm thinking.
See, that imagination right there.
Yeah.
That's what we grow up with.
Yeah.
And gets trained out of us.
Right.
Yeah.
I still, since I discovered like a few years ago that I'm ADHD, which made so much sense when I learned more about it, I'm like, I think we're all ADHD. It's just trained out of us.
No,
seriously. Naturally drawn to what we're into and hyper focus on that and fuck everything else. Look, do what you're good at, right? Do what you're called to, and that imagination, that's gold.
It is.
It can't. But society kind of, doesn't do us justice when
you gotta hang in there. You can't let them steal it from you.
Fit into a certain little box of like, I gotta do this and this and this, or I'm not a good person.
And that's why you gotta think outside of that.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to. If you can't find it, then you can't find it. But if you can, hang in there.
And what was the name of our first episode?
Think outside the box.
Think
outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the box.
And you got to fight the critics. Fight the critics and think outside the box.
Fight everybody.
Are you leaving this show again? You keep fixing your headset. I can't tell if you're getting ready to get up and
what?
leave. Or...
No, I'm not. And why do you have to
I have
point out?
Because as part of the 100th episode, one of the things we were going to talk about that Sam brought up last week was the fact that how about totally misunderstood the guest aspect of the show. There was an episode that I was having a conversation with somebody on the show, and she got offended for me because she misunderstood what they said.
Oh yeah, she was pissed at the guest.
I was so mad I left.
She got up and she left, and I had made the joke earlier in the show about the fact that if Sam leaves, you said something wrong.
Not necessarily. I might have to pee. I have had 3 children.
Yeah, you had to pee, or the kids when we were at Chuck's.
Yeah, we were at Chuck's house. We had all the kids, puppies, and all kinds of stuff going on.
But this one guest said something, and she misunderstood what he said, and I was fucking mad.
I was bouncing on the ball, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're so distracting!" And all she heard was, "Chuck, you're disgusting." And she got pissed.
I got up and I left. I was like, "Don't!" I was so mad. I was like, "Don't fucking talk to Chuck like that." I'm so mad.
By defending me, she just left me. She's just like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
I was so mad
because she didn't want to say anything.
Have his back there, Sam.
I did.
Hilarious.
I thought
it's so funny.
I totally thought he said he was disgusting, and I was so mad. I was like, "Don't you dare!"
And then she's downstairs thinking he didn't even say anything offhand. I mean, come on, Chuck has been bad, but I mean, really. And oh my God, that was so funny. And she was like, "I can't believe he said that to you." I'm like,
"What?"
He didn't say what you think he said. He said I was distracted. Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
And the poor guy too. Like I hated him.
She hated him for 2 hours before he, came back downstairs.
Yeah, like Sam, he didn't say that.
Let's not have that piece of shit back on the show.
Yeah. So imagine how much she misrepresents what I say.
Right?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what?
Yeah, exactly, Sam.
No one asked you.
Yeah, I'm not an asshole. I'm going to change my name to something else. It's fine. It's good.
No, you're not.
Okay, great.
After 100 episodes, I think the names are stuck.
Oh, man.
Even though, however, we did get to like the 97th episode before I realized the names actually don't show up on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I did for one, but it's irrelevant. Did I tell you I was here for every episode, by the way? Did I mention that?
We already
and we've already gone back to the fact that we canceled the episodes that you couldn't be a part of. So it's not like you weren't there.
Yeah, I was there
canceled
every
the
fucking
show.
time. Nice try, Mr.
Chuck, do we cancel
Sick
them or
boy.
does Aaron?
I was there.
Do we cancel them or does
every episode?
Here's a good question for you guys. From the first episode to the last one, or to this one, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Or let's say the 99th.
Okay.
What have you said has been the biggest growth, as far as visual? How have things changed?
Okay.
If you look at the first one to the 99th one, if you compare the two,
gear. It's all about the gear.
Well, I mean, so the first one was only those two, and they needed me because.
Well, it's true.
So that show has the most.
You don't realize how much Samantha makes the actual podcast.
I know she does. She does.
You really do need it.
Yeah.
I mean, alone it would just be
not
about
a reverse.
Aaron's
It's not a.
freckle. And Chuck's like
How
sitting on
can
his
we
balls.
not? Still, one episode. She's the one who never wants to talk about the damn freckle, but she brings it up.
Yeah, it's not a reversed Oreo without Sam. So
It's not. It's just not. And yeah.
Hey, Aaron, I'll say this: like, I don't think you can listen or watch Around the Reel without Aaron. Like, pretty much, you know, like how you watch Family Matters. When you think Family Matters, you got to have Urkel in there. So Aaron is the Urkel.
Aaron is
the Urkel.
Aaron, you are the Urkel of Around the Reel.
Yeah, like,
touche.
Maybe that's my new
Urkel
name.
and Family Matters. You don't want to watch it or whatever. Yeah.
Urkel Aaron.
I was kind of comparing it to a little bit of like Howard Stern and what's the
what's her name?
woman's name?
Oh,
Is it
Robin Givens.
Robin.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so
think
see,
that
everyone
show
needs a
kinda-
So does that make me fucking Baba Booey? What the fuck?
Yeah. You're the producer that
He
gets a
kind
lot of
of
shit.
reels him in a little bit.
Exactly. It's
I mean, we could say a lot of things here, and I'm just not going
This-
to say anything.
What, now you're holding back?
Yeah.
from my opinion, Anthony, this show evolved on its own organically. You know what I mean? We had an idea, and we just started talking, and it kind of just evolved into this with Sam joining us, and then her putting her 2 cents in about where it thinks to go. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And then, with Chuck and I and our banter, and then Sam joining in, it just kind of evolved into this, and we saw that it started resonating with people. And that's kind of how it did. It's just been an organic thing. There's not much thought that goes into Around the Reel. There really isn't. This is just, a real show. I mean,
yeah.
That's what we were trying
some
to do.
people are made nervous. They're
Yeah.
like, people ask us, can you send me the questionnaire before the
Yeah.
show? And it's like,
We don't-
what fucking questionnaire?
There is none.
Send us some demo reels. Send us some stuff, whatever you're working
Yeah.
on, whatever you can share. Send it to us so we can watch it, listen to it, look at it, see it.
Yeah, get to know you a little bit.
That's
And
what
then
I think is unique about your guys' podcast. And that's why I think maybe some younger people that are breaking into the industry really need to know about Around the Reel, because it kind of puts everything in perspective that you can't take too many things seriously in this business, because if you do, you're not going to have any joy or fun at it.
Exactly.
You know, and I think you guys are so real in your conversations with things.
Yeah.
That, you know, that's what breaks out that anxiousness and worrying about, oh my God, what are they going to ask me? Or what if I say something wrong?
Right.
You know, and it's
And
everything nowadays is being politically correct.
Yeah,
and
right?
It's just like,
I don't
dude,
understand
just
that
be
concept.
Truth.
No,
just
we don't.
be truthful.
Just be truthful.
Be you.
Yeah,
That's kind of, yeah.
And no one's on this show to be offensive at all. And we trust everybody that comes on this show to.
Well, who
to,
isn't going to be offensive?
Well,
Everybody's
you know what?
going to be
Everyone is offended by
one way or another
in
to
some way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Joe Rogan. I don't know if you guys heard about.
Oh yeah, he's going through all kinds of shit right now.
He had that slip. You know, I remember back in the day growing up, I had a lot of friends that were black, and it was cool saying that word.
Yeah.
Now it's not cool saying it.
Yeah,
it's not
we've all
right.
learned.
Yeah.
But it was a thing for us to be able to connect with people who were different from us.
Correct.
And,
your
point is great.
I'm Latino.
Yeah.
I was born here in the United States, but I come from Cuban parents. And, you know, the Hispanic community has always gotten along, at least where I'm from, has always gotten along with the African-American community.
Right.
Because it kind of separated us from, you know, the white racist person, which nowadays is wrong too, because not everybody as white is racist.
Right.
You know,
that's
and
absolutely
it's like,
right.
It's now about what can I say, what can I not say. Just be you. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. You know,
it's about you can tell someone's intentions. You really can.
Yeah.
And when they speak and you know, like you just know. So to be overly offended is ridiculous. And I don't know. We're just about being real.
You know when someone's purposely trying to be offended.
Exactly what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Across.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. George Carlin said it best. You know, it's the context of the word that makes it good or bad.
Yeah.
I mean, and to me, that's resonated my entire life. You know, I've had people call me the N-word many, many times. It doesn't affect me.
That's
it
one of the
really
things
doesn't.
I love about
even in a fun way, or if they're actually being racist, I could give a fuck. I mean, that's the only word you could come up with. That's pretty pathetic. You know, it's pretty obvious. I'm a
good
nigger. You know,
You got me there.
You put a lot of thought into that one. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. It's when they get creative, it pisses me off.
Like Prince?
Like the Prince line.
Don't call him Prince.
Fuck that guy.
There was actually a good creative.
Yeah, that fucking pissed me
like,
off.
you put thought into that?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
That was too clever for me. That made me snap. But I get what you're saying. It's It, you know, it's the intention.
Yeah.
It's the context. You know,
I've said it a lot, and my wife doesn't like that I say it, but before political correctness, when we called each other all those names, I think we were closer.
I think so too.
I think we were actually closer.
I don't think you're wrong.
Not that there wasn't
the way of looking at it. Yeah.
Not that there wasn't bad, evil people.
Right.
But man, I'm born in 1970. So I mean, in San Francisco, and we used every frickin' term and queer and faggot and and we just did a film recently, and it takes place in the 70s. And some of that terminology is in there because that's how we spoke.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I think
the reality is that it wasn't cruel or criminal.
Correct.
And when you put the importance on the word instead of the person, you're gonna have a problem.
You're gonna have a problem. Yeah. And some people seem to get away with it more than others. Like Rogan is on the hot seat right now just because of the whole thing with
8 years ago.
Yeah. You know, but I mean, in the context of what he's saying,
Wait, 8 years ago, what
he wasn't even using those words in a derogatory way. He was repeating things that people said. It's just a fucking word.
Right.
It really is. And I'm not siding with Rogan and saying that what he took for him to be able to say that word is correct, but I don't see any harm in it.
Well,
honestly, I really don't. He's just having a conversation.
This is the whole entire thing. People are so offended because they've been crushed, or they've been hurt, or they've felt picked on, or they've felt pointed out.
It's personal.
Yeah, it's personal,
Yeah.
and that's exactly why. And that's why we all try to be careful and walk on eggshells for those people, because we feel bad. So some of us feel bad, and some of us feel offended, or whatever. But we're all trying to kind of commit to, or mold ourselves into being like decent people to these other people for whatever reason. But the thing is, that's what we need to stop doing. That needs to stop, because It's ridiculous.
It
It's
is.
over the top.
It's
just
too
like,
far.
what can you say now? Like
Well, Ira-
him, her, she, he, what the fuck ever. You don't even know.
Right. Well, think of this. Think of it this way, guys. Ira, you know about someone busting your balls. I mean, you're from the East Coast. You're from New York. They bust people's balls. I mean, and that's what you do. You just bust people's balls, having a good time. You're fucking with them. You know, it's not about like all the time something derogatory. You know when somebody's fucking pissed off at you and they're attacking you, they could call you stupid head and you'd get mad. It doesn't matter what word they use.
Which Aaron has called people
yes,
before.
you know they're fucking attacking you. But when someone's calling you a certain derogatory term and busting your chops a little bit, that's...
Well, and this is the thing. When we're offended by stuff, we give people power to piss us off.
That's exactly right.
So whenever we're, if the N-word is making people mad, of course, what are we going to say? That's what we're going to say if we want to piss you off.
Right.
If you make it
do you
something...
use it often in the house?
Aaron, do I?
She's only said it a handful of times.
No,
but she
because
was
it doesn't
really
bother
mad.
Aaron. It doesn't.
But
I
you
use
grew
Prince
up,
a
but
lot.
you grew up around Aaron's mom, and it was like a noun, an adverb.
Yes.
I mean, it was every other thing.
And what's funny is she was a white lady.
Well, of course she was.
Yeah, but she happened to be black.
But it's, that's just the thing. The more you're offended about, the more people have to use against you. And that's the point. Like, if, we can offend you real easy if you're easily offended. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, it's the soft language thing. It's hard. It's hard.
Is Ira from the Northeast? Is he from New York or Jersey? Or
Born in the Bronx.
Born in the Bronx. Well, I think that's kind of, it really depends on where you're from too, I think.
It does. Well, yeah.
A lot of areas are they're bred a little bit harder than some other areas.
Washington's a bunch of pussies. Sorry, guys.
That's my line.
I look at it this way. If you're offended that easily, it's probably because you had a pretty good upbringing.
Yeah.
Which is probably, you're probably from Washington, yeah.
You've probably been blessed than most, and you're not used to it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, you hang out on the streets, it's going to be different.
It's the street talk. Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute. Well, okay, so everybody who's seen
says
this show,
the white guy.
Exactly. Here comes the token. Here's the token fucking privileged white guy of the show. I grew up in a wonderful home. I have a good upbringing and all this stuff. I ain't offended by shit.
No, you're not.
I don't care who says what. Or
I
what
think
the
that speaks on your character.
Thank you.
Yeah, true.
But the whole biggest thing is don't be stupid enough to be a celebrity and say things that you won't say, things you've never said. Don't ever say, I've never said X, because everybody is going to hunt for when you said it.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. We had an episode a few episodes back. It was fun. The three of us just talking shit about things that have happened in our lives.
Sure.
Oh,
basically
God.
spilling dirty laundry about things that we've actually experienced that were bad.
Yeah.
And,
Fun stuff.
And we had to bleep out like a lot.
And the funny
to protect the innocent,
or the guilty,
or whatever,
or slander. But still, the whole point being is the fact is, if you share your stories and you're honest, just get it out up front. Like that's what we said. It's, in case anybody ever thinks that we're cool one day and wants to follow us,
they can just go back to that
Guess
show.
what? We said it. I've said it. We've said it. I've done it. Yes, I did it. Mom, I did it.
Yeah.
We're just people.
Yeah,
We're all just people.
be the person that you're just trying to be, and don't ever say the words "I never," because they will fucking find it.
Yeah. I appreciate Joe Rogan and what he was doing and his response to this. And I don't care if people call him sellouts for the Spotify deal and all that stuff. He generally apologized, and he's still trying to maintain the show and explain to everybody he's having conversations with people. And that's all he's doing. He's just being a dude.
He's just trying to get different perspectives. And that's what we're doing. So we understand how someone can hold that against you.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that's how we feel, but everyone deserves to have a voice.
And I'm a liberal guy, for the most part. I'm a liberal person, but when it comes to like being able to say what you want to say, I don't think you should have any kind of recourse for speaking. I mean, that's just stupid.
Well,
that's
and
just dumb.
that's
dumb. I don't care if you're a racist. Say what you got to say.
In today's world,
say what you got to say.
You
Seriously.
should. I mean,
I need to know.
Should be.
Yeah, because then I know I don't need to be around your ass. That's totally fine. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that. At least I know, right?
Yeah.
It's none of this passive aggressive pussy shit. Say what you got to fucking say.
Well, and I think that's why that being genuine means so much to people right now.
Amen.
Because so many people are not genuine, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Just be genuine, be yourself, and take it or leave it. And here I am.
But the most important thing is be yourself, but for the love of God, Sam, be on time.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying I'm not on time?
Oh shit.
Well, I'm
She
late.
used to have to drive 20 miles to come to the studio to be on the show, and she was on time more at my house than she is living in the fucking studio 30 feet away.
Guess what, Chuck? I'm late. Take it or leave it. And I pee in the middle of a podcast.
Aaron, she's
Take
late.
it or leave it.
Aaron, she's late. Go get a pee
Not
test.
it's not my problem. I didn't do it. Wasn't
I'm
me.
not that kind of late, stupid idiot.
Wasn't me.
Where is this
God, Mr.
conversation
Potato Head.
going?
I don't know, Ira. It's a
Welcome to Around the Reel, where you have a conversation with a paranoid schizophrenic 24 hours a day.
Look, whenever you got to get someplace and it's further away in the first place, you get there on time. But when it's across the street, you're always late. So,
Oh, see, Ira got her back, Chuck.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it.
That's a
Yeah,
great way to look at it.
That's right.
It always happens.
I'm always late anyway. I mean, yeah, happy birthday, everyone. That's like whenever that was.
There you go.
In case I
Happy
missed it or it's
birthday.
coming up.
Sonny.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Back in
Sone.
February.
Yes.
Sone.
Yeah. Because I see, I mispronounce his name all the time.
He always calls you Sonny, and I'm like,
because it's
no,
Sonny.
it is
It's
not.
Sonny Crockett to me. It's an '80s thing.
Yeah.
It's Sonny.
Here, I got a question for Aaron. Does Adidas sponsor the show?
No, it doesn't. This is just my fucking lazy man cap.
You love that hat,
Dude, remember in Mr. Mom back in the day with Michael Keaton, and he had, I love this shirt, that was his shirt. This is my hat. That's just the way it is. Yeah, I got to burn it one of these days because it's getting a hole on the top and shit. It's all bad. It's got to go. It's got to go.
You guys need some product placement there.
A little bit.
You know,
I know.
It's a shame we don't have any Outrider or CC's Entertainment gear.
We do.
Gear that he can wear instead.
I do wear those every occasion, but this is
Hey,
like
guys.
my cozy hat. I'm sorry. This is a real show, Sam. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a family show too, by the way.
Yeah.
Sonny.
Fucking all about family.
All right. Before we end the show, I wanted Sonny to have a moment, and since he's a guest here today, we appreciate you here, man.
Yeah.
And you're a local actor, and you've been kicking ass and doing a lot of movies, and we appreciate the effort we see in you tremendously. I see you in a lot of stuff. I just watched Assassinators today with Amrik, and he didn't join today. And you had the fight scene with Raymond Power and Mick and everybody, and you're doing a lot of things, man. What is it that got you into the filmmaking up here in general? When did you get here, and why?
So I moved here summer of 2013.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, Oahu, it's a struggle living over there, and the thing about it, like you don't see that on TV, paper. Like they show you the beautiful part, the tropical, all that. See, they don't see you the real Hawaii, People like myself, local, we call ourselves Kanaka, meaning because we were born and raised over there. Kanakas like myself, we struggle day to day. Like I'm not over exaggerating when I say this now. $90,000 a year in Hawaii is considered low income.
What?
So if you make below that, you're pretty much poverty.
Holy
it's expensive.
shit.
Yeah,
It's
so
expensive.
I worked 2 jobs and I just got by.
Jesus.
Damn, man.
And I got tired of living like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you moved to Washington where it was cheaper?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already had family up here, and I would vacation up here every winter. So, when I was a kid, I already knew one way or another I'd make my way here.
Yeah.
So it took me to struggle back in my homeland to come over here, but yeah.
So it's beautiful over there, like scenery-wise, but it's not.
yeah.
But people's lives are not.
Paradise.
What it appears.
Paradise got a price.
Got you. Yeah.
That's another. That's another great quote for
Yeah.
the show.
Paradise does have a price.
Yeah. And then
Man.
Yeah. And then I moved here, got a really good job, and then like I said, I've always loved movies. It started way back when I was younger. My mom, I credit my mom. She's the one got me into pop culture.
Okay.
So she introduced me to superheroes, of course, and she introduced me to Batman. And I grew up watching all the reruns of the Adam West Batmans.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
OG. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I was like, I think 4 or 5, she took me to my first movie theater experience. And what made it more magical for me, it was a drive-in theater. Remember those?
I do remember.
Yeah,
Starlight Driving up here in Tacoma. I know.
It was a drive-in.
Yeah.
And it was for Tim Burton's Batman.
Oh shit, 89.
Yeah, that was my first movie I ever watched.
Okay.
Man, just watching it in the car, seeing it on the big screen, I'm like, damn.
It goes to show how young he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super young.
I think I remember watching Enter the Dragon.
Yeah,
That's a drive-in.
I mean, it was just magical, and you know, when the movie ends, you know, the magic disappears after that. But
yeah,
you know, I wanted that feeling that, you know, that Michael Keaton gave me, Jack
you.
Nicholson gave me.
Yeah,
I want to give people that feeling too.
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah. So you know, like for Polynesian actors, like, you know, when people think Polynesian actors, the first people come to mind. Who comes to your mind?
Oh gosh.
The Rock.
Oh yeah.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, I
exactly.
wasn't gonna say
Yeah.
The Rock.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa.
They're the first two come to your
That
mind.
hottie, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, and they worked hard to get to where they're at. But see, the thing about them is, you know, they already had a foot in the door, because their way to where they're at now was already tailor made for them.
Yeah.
But they had to work their ass off to get the other foot in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you know, when people think, you know, like Polynesian, you know, entertainers like them, you know, I want people to think of me like, you know, I want to be at that level too. I know I got to work, but see, I have to work harder than they ever did.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up, I went through struggle, poverty, you know, still, you know, I went through all the motions. But see, I want people to, you know, to see, you know, this guy legit started from the very bottom, working his way to the top, still working his way to the top. But, you know, that's what I want to do. You know,
Well, you're earning it. You're earning every bit of it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
And I want to do it here in Washington State.
Good for you.
I want
Good
to
for
do
you.
it here. Yeah,
absolutely.
And like the thing about here, working people in Washington, you know, in the film industry in Washington State, is a very tight knit group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were all talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
tight knit group. You know, I met so many great people who I call good friends, brothers. You know, a lot of them you guys have had on the show already. You guys had Amric,
Yeah.
Big Loftus.
Yeah.
You guys, you know, brother Carl Covington. You guys had him on here twice. Christian Day.
Yep.
I mean, I consider all them good friends of mine.
Amazing. They're
Yes.
amazing people. Raymond Power.
Yeah. Ray
the
Powell.
whole-
Yeah.
They're all fabulous, and you're right in there with them, buddy.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much.
It's very cool to see, you know, your work ethic, and I know that you, like you said too before we started the show, you know, busting your ass. I mean, he comes walking in here, you know, with a cane, and his knees all shot to shit because of the amount of work he does outside of
But
his
he's
acting
here.
career. But he's fucking here.
He's here.
Yeah.
You know, and you push yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's commendable. But
Yeah, it is. It is.
it's gangster.
Yeah.
It's gangster as
appreciate
fuck.
that. Yeah.
It really is.
Oh.
I wanted to say
It really
Sorry.
is.
Sorry,
real quick, duty calls. As you can see, it is the weekend, so I have to get going. But we just want to say congratulations on the 100th episode. Ready?
Thank
We're gonna
you.
say
Hey, ladies.
congratulations. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. Your family's beautiful.
It's a pleasure having you on,
Bye, ladies.
Anthony.
No, yeah, for sure.
Thank you, brother,
Thank you,
for being with us
Thank
today
you.
on the
Congrats.
100th.
Like I said, not 100, but 1,000. Let's look at that.
Let's do it, brother.
Let's do it.
And we're claiming big celebrities. We're claiming big, contracts to get the podcast to the next level. It's awesome being able to work with you guys. On
Hey, Anthony,
Giant Pacific
Anthony.
Octopus.
You're going to be one of those big celebrities along with everybody else here. We are the big celebrities.
We are. That's thank
That's
you.
right, brother.
Yes,
We
That's
are the
right.
got it.
celebrities.
Let's keep pushing,
We're
brother.
the new age celebrities.
Anthony, thank you, brother.
Awesome.
Love you, man.
guys.
Thank you, brother.
Love you too, brother.
Congrats.
Thank you
Take
for
care.
being a
Thank
part
you.
of our family.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, Sone,
Great guy.
Yes.
show her the top of your cane. She wasn't down here when we were
Yeah.
talking earlier.
Check out-
The top of his
Oh,
cane
wait.
is actually an
I'll
octopus.
show you, but
And she'll get
I
weird.
have to leave with the cane too.
Yes, he has to leave with the cane.
I'm glad that you pointed that out first.
It's an octopus.
It's an octopus.
The top of it
It's
is
so cool.
How about that?
It's like hand car. That is
Yeah.
so cool.
That's how badass Sine is.
You
How about
really
that?
you have to leave with it.
He
though?
mobbed it. He gotta
Really?
walk, bro.
He's got to get to his car.
What if I make you like another one?
I
that
got
is
something
so
I can
cool.
trade.
So funny.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's
huh?
amazing.
See, this is what I talk about. You guys are freaking awesome. So I like the vibrant energy you guys bring. I work with you guys on the swords.
set,
And,
yeah.
and then like the Aaron and Sam. You guys, we did that one film with Ryan Smith.
With Ryan
Yeah,
Smith,
yeah.
we did.
That was freaking awesome. I mean,
It was.
Yeah.
That's what makes it, rewarding and fulfilling for me. My day job, I work warehouse 14, 15 hours a day, and aside from an actor, I'm also an athlete.
Yeah.
So I have to use my athleticism to do that long hours of job.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. That I'm using it, my talent, for a job that don't give a damn about me.
Yeah. No,
So,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But then when you get to, it's rewarding when you get to work with people that do appreciate what you're giving.
Very much.
Yes.
And back what Coach Rick was saying, you can do 12 hours on the set. It's free, like I can do
Like
12
that.
hours on the set, and I can't even tell time's going by.
Exactly.
Because I'm enjoying myself.
Especially when you have a family there, your family.
12 hours in the warehouse, man. I'm complaining.
Yeah, the whole time.
I'm complaining.
Brother, I think we all that are in this field get it.
We understand that,
and it's
yes.
a struggle.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
you do what you got to do to get by, but just don't stop doing what you love.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I also want to. So, my latest project, last month, I did a film called The Woman, and this one I was actually behind the camera.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good for you.
I was a PA, and I did the boom. It's
Good.
by another local filmmaker. Her name is Rose Kreider.
Mm-hmm.
She directed, produced, wrote the film.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful film. I'm glad she brought me on board with it. It's a really beautiful film. I don't want to talk about it too much because I feel you guys got to have her on the show to talk about that film.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a up and comer.
Yeah, we have to reschedule her.
Yes, we
because
do.
of a date conflict, but she's going to be on.
Yeah. I mean, her. Oh man, the actors, some powerful performances I've seen from the actors. Man.
Good for you.
Yeah, and I was glad I was there to not just work on the set, but to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah. You guys got to have Rose Kreider on your
Yep,
set. So,
she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Brother, I'm proud of you.
Yes, I am too.
No, that
Good for
it
you.
takes a lot to do all of this stuff, and you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're feeling it the way you feel it. I can smell it from you. I can smell it. I always could when I
Wait a
first
minute.
met
How
you.
come when I walk in the room, you smell sickness? He walks in the room.
You're always sick. It's
I mean, there were days where, because of my day job, we were talking about, I wanted to hang it up.
Yeah.
And since I got this job, I got to work on. I worked on The Source. I worked with another filmmaker, Robert L. Butler Jr. He's doing The Alliance 2. I did his, and when I do stuff like that, it makes me remember. Okay, this is why I had to go through all this.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because there will be a payoff for me at the end.
Yeah, it will.
Might take a while.
It may take. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
But you keep doing it. You keep doing it, and there's no small projects. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, and that's why we try to get everybody on here. If they're just starting, they made their first movie, or if they're making it in an industry, I don't give a shit. It's just, it brings perspective to it all. They all started somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, and nothing worth
They all
having
did.
is easy to get.
No,
That's just
No.
given. Like we all know that.
Well,
so you got to work hard for what's worth it.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of funny too because Aaron did the same thing. So Aaron's like, we should just do a short. Let's just do The Shape. Let's just do a fan film really quick, and we'll just grab everybody we know to do it. The problem was he told everybody we're going to do a fan film about Michael Myers.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted in.
Everybody
And we
wanted
wanted
it.
them all.
I wanted in.
Yeah.
It was like there's only 4 parts.
Yeah, it's a
short.
It's a super short film. But at the same time, but that's the thing, and it's tricky when you build relationships with people because you want everybody involved, but you can't. But at the same time, you get a sense of where everybody's at, and it's humbling. To know that so many people want to be a part of something where we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel that way on the podcast too when everybody's here. So
But it is
it's
hard
pretty
when it
cool.
comes to
It's pretty
choosing,
fucking cool.
'cause it's
No,
like,
it sucks. Yeah,
it's
that's the
terrible.
bummer. That's the bummer part. But it's nothing personal. It's not that. It's just about trying to get shit out as fast as we can. We know we're going to try to work with as many people as possible. It's impossible to work with everybody all the time.
But we want to.
Fuck,
and
if we could, we could fucking do it. I'd love
we'll
it.
die trying.
Be fun as hell if we could do that one day. But
Because everyone has something to give.
always.
And, yeah.
Before the show, we were talking about stories, ideas, and things that's been going through Chuck's mind with all the crap that's been going on.
Yeah.
And so I was been working on one of my shorts or proof of concepts, depending on how far it goes. But Aaron's just like, no, you have to do the other one because I want to do that one. But to do that one, we'd be filming it part here, and then we'd have to go visit Rick on that side of the state. Because that whole scene, that opening sequence is all Eastern Washington.
No, that would be perfect. You're right.
So now I have to figure out what I'm going to write.
We'll just write it,
But
and we'll figure it out.
In the meantime, we still have to finish the GPO preparations for
The release
for release.
Yep.
And we have to finish filming. Say goodbye.
Yep. We got shit to do. We got shit.
I gotta get
Between
healthy.
the three of us, we literally have projects to last forever.
Yeah, we've got enough. And Sone, you'll be a part of it. Ira, you'll be there. Coach Rick will be there. And everybody else has been on the show. One way or another, we can collaborate. I would love it.
Well, we're a family
we all
now.
Would. Yeah,
we're a family.
Yes.
Don't worry. All right.
Which reminds me, who's got money?
Not me. Definitely not me.
Great. I got another broke family.
I know Jay Horton does, but he dipped before we asked.
I gotta call in 30 seconds. I gotta go.
Get the fuck out quick.
Before they ask me for a name.
I wanted to just say, thank you to everybody out there that's listened to Around the Reel, that's been a guest on Around the Reel, that supported this show, that supported everything we're doing. And I hope you feel like we're supporting you guys too.
Every
that's
guest
what this
that
is
we've
about.
had has been special.
This show is not
way.
ours, it's yours.
Yep.
And that's how we feel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. So anybody else got anything to say before we close out?
Nope.
Ira, anything to close us out, brother?
No, let me see. By the way, the George Carlin thing goes way back to Lenny Bruce, by the way.
Lenny Bruce.
That's where George Carlin got a lot of stuff from. That's what kicked his he didn't get the stuff from, but he kicked in his needs, and that's when he started going.
Yeah, himself, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because Lenny Bruce was doing all that stuff.
Yeah, and
words and how words really, it wasn't the meaning of the words, it was how you meant it to be.
You know what? You're absolutely right. And I forgot about that because George was pretty much selling out for a long time and he wasn't happy. He was trying to do his own, trying to mold it to what they wanted.
And Lenny Bruce was like I think it became a mentor thing. I don't know. But
I think so.
It just triggered everything.
Yeah. I think you're right.
John Leguizamo, who wrote Mambo Mouth and Spicorama, his first two one-man shows, he's done several after. In the foreword, because I got to perform both of those, in the foreword, he says, I'm from the Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor school of thought.
Yeah.
The more you use the word, the less power it has.
Correct.
Thank you.
Correct.
Yep.
And so, Spicorama.
Right?
And I'm like, yeah. What the hell? It's whatever happened to sticks and stones?
Yeah.
May break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
I
right?
know.
We grew up
I
with
say
that.
it all the time, and everybody gives me shit for saying that, but I agree. I absolutely agree. It matters.
Unfortunately,
it fucking matters.
It has to do with, unfortunately, this wonderful screen that we rely on. Social media.
Yeah, but it fucking matters.
The fact that people aren't in your faces, so they have
my dad
cell phone balls.
Yeah, but my dad always used to tell me, who was a black guy, by the way, he said, boy, you got to find your roots. He'd always say that to me, and I never knew what it meant, but I know what he meant because I always got suckered into, in his mind, all the white boy shit. But don't lose your roots. Don't lose your roots. Well, sticks and stones is the fucking roots. They're words. They are words. You've got to be able to handle words. They're words. Even if someone's coming at you in a derogatory way, you can handle a fucking word. You can. I know it's possible because I can do it.
The stupid thing about all of it is that we're all individuals. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. So how are you going to make fun of anybody? We're all different.
Yeah.
Why is so stupid? I've never understood.
But you remember how we talked about thinking outside the box earlier? And Sam, you had said, it's a shame that people suck it from you early on and you don't think that way anymore. Mm-hmm. Same thing with words. You get caught up in people telling you how you think you should think. And you start taking the word seriously all of a sudden when you never did before. Right. And it's like, for fuck's sakes, go back to your fucking roots.
I have different, mixed feelings about this in the first place. But
share.
What Lenny Bruce was just trying to do is take the power away from it.
That's
so
what it should be. Yeah.
And, words do have, words do take on a life if you're not careful. But he was taking the power away from it.
And that's right. And that's an individual's choice, right? So the receiver has the power. You can accept it the way you want. And that's the trick. And that's what I do with the N-word. I know I make that choice. There's a lot of black people get offended as fuck. Not me.
But
I don't. That's an individual choice.
The reason the N-word came in the way it was used that way is to take the power back.
Correct.
That's why I was turned around.
But how did we learn that was a bad word?
I agree.
Society told us it was bad. Nobody, actually, before someone told me that was a bad word, I thought that was the coolest word. I was like, ooh, I wish I could be called that because that is a cool word. It sounded cool to me. Literally, that's what I thought when I was little.
Sure.
Until someone told me that was bad.
Yeah.
I was like, what is bad? It sounds cool, though. I didn't get it. People tell you.
The idea is to at least just understand where it comes from.
Right.
I used to, way back when I was used to call the T-shirts, the wife beater kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Forgive me here, but I used to call them guinea teas. We were brought up to believe that's what they were.
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
And
That's where you grew up. That was.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a guy who actually ended up writing. He was a guy who was I won't say his name, but he wrote for The Sopranos at some point. Okay, he ended up doing that.
Okay.
And he was Italian, and he just hated. I think he left the show because he didn't like the way it represented him. But anyway, I saw him wearing one of these shirts one time, and I came in and said, "Oh, you're wearing your guinea tea?" And he looks at me and he just says, "What did you say?" And I said, "Guinea tea."
Because wife beater is better.
And the thing is, I had no knowledge that this was not what you're supposed to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I was totally naive, and he sat there and talked to me about it. I said, "You're right. I had no clue, but you're absolutely right. I shouldn't use that word because it's in this case, even though I wasn't being derogatory, it does have some of that combination. And he said to me, "What happens if I talk to you and said, oh, you're wearing your kike shirt today, And I would say, "What did you say?" The same thing.
Right.
So there is the double edge, but the bottom line is people like Lenny Bruce. The idea was to take the power away so it couldn't hurt.
Well, and it's everyone's choice to be offended. It's your choice.
Yeah, it is a choice.
I like being called a bitch because, quite frankly, I think it's a compliment. But that's
love
just
you,
me.
bitch.
Thank you.
Beautiful individual
Thank
that
you.
causes hard-ons.
I don't know.
What?
Man.
You've never heard that? A bitch? A beautiful individual that causes hard-ons?
No, I have not.
Well, Chuck, that would be all.
That's all you. I heard of a female dog.
I was taught that by the females in my life.
Not me.
And they taught you right, huh?
That's right.
I think it's lovely.
I'm not fucked up apparently, so I guess it's okay.
I mean, I still am fine with it, but
This was
interesting.
This was a great
That's
time.
my last word. Thank you so much.
Ira, thank you for joining us, buddy. Actor
Thank you.
extraordinaire. We
Good
appreciate you,
work.
buddy.
Yeah.
Love you, man. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Ira.
All right, Chuck, you want to close out the show? The 100th episode, Charles.
100.
The 100th episode of Around the Reel with mini closings. So let me just say, everybody, thank you for joining me today with a cup of coffee and a conversation. This was like the fourth cup of coffee because I've been up since 3. Because apparently I was either really excited about today's show or I've gotten so much sleep in the last 2 weeks, I just ran out.
Can I say something? Eva said this morning, she goes, Chuck already said good morning, and he made a post at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning.
So what do you do when you're up super early? You advertise for the show. That's just the producer in me. But no. Sone, thank you for coming, brother. I appreciate you coming today.
Mahalo for everyone on the show. Right?
Hanging out with us while we ran through a tidbit of conversations that went anywhere, everywhere, ups, downs. Sam almost cried. We didn't get Leslie. Sorry, guys. No drinking today.
Aaron almost cried.
Sam always almost cries.
Sometimes actually.
I could actually, if you guys wanted, I could take 2 minutes here and probably make Sam cry, but I don't want to do that.
Can you not?
Okay, fine. She's starting to tear up already because she knows that I can get her emotional because of the love that we share of the years we've been together. Not only doing the show, but in putting up with Aaron, who now has to pee because he now has, a bladder the size of a pea. So anyway, everybody, 100 episodes. Keep tuning in. Keep coming back for more. We're going to have new guests. We're going to have more guests. We're going to have you wanting more. So everybody, remember, tune in. And think hard, because you're thinking anyway.
Bye.
I was made for loving you, baby. You were made.
Are you
for
freaking
loving
kidding me? Not
Dude,
again.
Change the station.
Let's kiss.
Please. No, but we don't know.
It's not Kiss, it's Aaron.
Yeah.
Stop.
Who sings that again?
Tonight.
Kiss?
Yeah.
Let's leave it that way. Thanks.
Well, I thought this was a show about being creative. I was just being creative on the
That's
mic.
not being creative. That's just
being annoying.
Well, maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe it's a lot simpler.
Aaron, remember, as all good broadcast people know, less is more.
So for radio, if I don't say anything, wouldn't that be kind of a buzzkill?
It would be a great freaking show.
That would give the rest of us a chance to say something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, then we'd hear something other than you.
Well, I thought around the reel we were going to just have a good time and talk with people.
We do, but it's not about you, as we have talked about in the past. It's about our wonderful guests, and our wonderful guests can tune in and become a member of our show. How, Sam?
Well, if you want to be a guest on our show, you can go to our website, cccentertainmentgroup.com, and click on the link for guest scheduling for Around the Reel, and come be our guest.
Yeah, and then I don't get to talk about myself anymore.
You talk about yourself anyway.
Guest. True.
Oh, now Chuck's singing. Okay.
Yeah. Because he was made for loving me, baby. Wait, that's not all.
That's you.
Yeah, that's weird.
No.
I sang that wrong.
Yeah, he's...
Oops, sorry.
He was made for loving you, Aaron.
Just remember to keep tuning in.
And I wasn't.
Because next week, who knows what's going to happen.
You never know.